It's because it's not the skin I'm talking about. I'm talking about the innards. The innards of the dick. Whatever is
right,
whatever.
No. This segment's over. You're now using the word innards. This segment is over. It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. It's Feitelberg and Clancy. We are here to fuck around with the microphones on.
Sorry.
With the microphones on. That was a good one. You know, I think that was a good one because I'd rather like fuck up big. Like if you keep fucking up little, like you keep fucking up little. You know. You fuck up big, and you're like, okay, I gotta.
That's true. I mean? That's a good point.
You got to rock bottom it. So
I've never made the same mistake twice.
That's fair.
That's good.
That's fair.
That's good. And that's what you got to do.
I'm
when
fine
you're young.
sitting here until the podcast starts, and then
you get the juices flowing, man. You're a performer. You know,
crazy. It's crazy.
If you don't know what we're talking about, last episode, Feitelberg's microphone, the co-host, was just not turned on. It's good that we do a 4-hour podcast though, because you were off for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Jackie, if I were you, I would have argued. I'd be like, the microphone was off for like 4% of the show.
Well, you did. She did make that argument.
Oh, you did?
Which I did not recommend.
Okay,
that was
so I say that I would have said that, but now that I know you said that, are you fucking kidding me? You actually said that?
Well, I just wanted to, you know, like it was.
The only time I got like. I wasn't like angry, but the only time I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, was...
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize the mic was on until 20 minutes in. I raised these audio so you can hear them. The rest of the podcast is completely fine, if that makes a difference.
I read that. I like threw my phone. I was like, are you fucking kidding me, Jackie?
Sorry.
If it makes a difference on the rest of the time, it doesn't.
It doesn't. See, here's the thing. What we do here, we put out a podcast to entertain, but we mold, John. We mold our listeners and our coworkers and the people that come through here. We educate. We tell them about how fucked up life is going to be and all the pitfalls to avoid. We're their guinea pigs, right? So we're really, if you think about it, we're teachers. We're like professors of life.
Except we don't fucking whine all the time.
Yeah, we don't cry like bitches if we actually go to work year round.
Except we literally whine
all the time. And we take off a lot of work too. But we teach, and especially now that we have our team here, these are learning moments. And like, this is not about, I wouldn't even know how to teach you how to turn on the fucking mic, but I know how to teach you how to not do that stuff again. Yeah. That's one of those, like, if you're writing that, like, question mark? Like, you probably know it doesn't make a difference.
That was,
you know?
No, looking back on it,
was ill-advised.
That was bad.
Yeah.
But I woke up, I'd had 2 hours of sleep, and I was like, I should have proofread it. That was something I should have proofread. And I didn't proofread it. And then I was like, you know, I felt the need to at least explain. Like, I thought that maybe you thought it was. Yeah, the point of that was I thought that you thought.
Now wait, just be careful now. Too.
No, I thought that you thought that your mic was off for the whole
thing, right?
And I just want to inform you that it was
on. No, that is true. And
Yeah.
and it sounds that's dangerous because he, like, if he did know, it's like, yeah, bitch, I know.
Yeah.
But if you had thought it was off for 4 hours, it is, you know, it would make a difference. It actually would make a difference, only if you didn't know. But
I didn't mean it in a sassy way.
No. But it, you know,
I played the second, third, and fourth quarter, coach.
I know I missed the entire first half.
But the point, no, I'm gonna.
And that's what we do here. We're molding young minds. You stopped yourself right there because, yeah, it's not about that you didn't turn on the podcast. It's about the microphone. It's about you fucked up colossally at work because nobody else does podcasts. There are very few people turn on microphones for podcasts, but everybody has fucked up something at work where they're like totally fucked. And like, how do you get through that is something that everybody can relate to. And so I'll tell you what I recommend doing is fucking crying. That was cheating.
Sorry.
That was fucking
I actually
cheating.
didn't even mean to. And that, but I was 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I
And I felt bad. I felt bad.
You should have told us beforehand.
Let me tell you this. Let me set the scene for when I came in. I came into the studio. I actually wasn't even thinking about like, what am I going to say and how is this going to be when I see her? This all sounds very dramatic, by the way. It's not the end of the world, but it was like a big fuck up in our realm. So it was like, I sent a text being like, we can't do this. We have to, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't think about like what's going to happen when I'm in here. So I walk in and it was empty, except Jackie's laptop was on and it was on YouTube and it was playing lo-fi hip hop beats to sleep to.
No. Yeah, but yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
That's because when I upload, and so that my computer doesn't turn off, I just turn on a YouTube video that's like live, so it's not gonna shut off.
Okay. I was actually gonna say, and I made a video of it, but my fucking phone had no storage, so I wasn't recording. I was just sitting here talking to my phone like an asshole. So look at me. I can't even press record either, Jackie. But I put the music on.
I did press record.
Yeah, you didn't put it on the mic.
If that makes a difference.
I'll shut the fuck up.
But I put the volume because it was open, but it wasn't it was on mute. So I put it on, and it was like this like jazzy, just instrumental beat, and I was kind of like, okay, I could sleep to this. I could also just like vibe to this. So I was like, all right. And so I'm like, that's happening. And then I'm setting up for 1 Minute Man. So I'm not even thinking about any of this. And in comes Jackie. So now it's just us. And I can see that she hasn't slept a minute and has probably strictly been crying. And I was like, fuck. So then it was like, like a fucking parenting moment, you know what I mean?
I told myself right before, I was like, Kevin's probably gonna be in there, and you're not gonna cry. You're not gonna cry. And then I cried. And then you were like, how are you? And then I was like,
I was like, oh, come on, don't cry. And she goes, no, I know. It's just, when someone asks you if you're okay. Okay. Which is so true. It's like, you're all good, and then someone says, how are you? And you're like, I'm not good. So I was like, this is all cheating. This is all cheating.
Fuck, what was I just gonna say? It is. You should have told us beforehand, because then we would have said you wouldn't have had to stay up all night. We'd have been like, that fucking sucks. Don't ever do that again. But don't stay up all night. Fucking.
Yeah. So who captioned the video? You did.
Yeah. Don't.
How long?
Go to bed and get a full night's sleep.
Yeah. Captioning a 20-minute segment has to take hours.
I didn't caption everything, but I just because I pulled up all of his audio, and then I couldn't, some of it you still couldn't hear.
Yeah.
So then I captioned the parts that you couldn't, really hear.
Because, doing captions for, 1 Minute Man is a long time, and it's a minute. So, a 25-minute segment was taking forever. And I was like, oh, well, now she's going to be tired and fuck up something else today.
Then I didn't.
You had a clean day. We need this many days since our last incident.
If I were, not that I'm...
Oh, boy.
I should shut the fuck up. What I was going to say was, think about all the times...
I didn't fuck up.
Actually, what we're going to do, I'm going to grant you immunity to say all the stupid things that were in your head right now, so that we can discuss with people what you do when you colossally fuck up at work, what you shouldn't do. So you are immune from any more... It's almost like when the judge is like, jury, strike this from the record, even though everybody still has it in their head. So go ahead, be an idiot.
Okay, this kind of feels like a trap. But...
Yep.
Okay. Oh, so should I not? No, I'm going to say it.
This is a trap, but again, I'm giving you immunity to not be trapped. You can just say it.
Okay, first of all, his voice is loud. Your voice is loud. So in my earphones, I was kind of like, you can
hear it.
You hear, but you sound the same. It's the same because you're right next to me. So it's kind of like.
What about the levels on the computer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm not saying it's a foolproof argument.
Okay.
So did you just for a half hour
22 minutes.
For 22 minutes, that's what we would call a half-hour television show, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
8 minutes of commercials, 22 minutes of TV, half-hour show.
But it's a podcast.
For a half hour, you just didn't look at the computer?
There was probably some. No, wait a minute.
See, here's the thing: is there's a lot of stuff going on over here.
When you again immunity right now.
Immunity.
When you look at that board and the computer screen and everything, what percent of the buttons do you think you know what they do?
I would say 12.
12 buttons or 12%?
12%?
This
12%.
doesn't look good on me, Jackie. What are we doing here?
Exactly.
Jackie just indirectly under the bus for me.
Which
So you just said exactly?
No,
So don't do
not
this
exactly
either.
that. No, not exactly that. I was saying we have to remember. I've been okay. I've been editing for 6 months. The
Yes.
podcast for 6 months.
Yes.
And when you think about it, everybody fucks up in their first year of work.
Yes.
Mine just happens to be super public.
Sure. That is
And,
very true.
You know, a lot of people tweet at you, but at the end of the day, like, you know, if you want some like professional.
Go get him, huh?
Well, no, I'm not.
Fire me.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, you know, that's not the Barstool way. And so it's like I'm gonna learn. I kind of forgot. I had a point, and then now I'm saying
I will say this. Everybody, unfortunately, if you're on the KFC radio team, you do a lot more than like every other producer because we do like 50 different shows. If we just had like one show, that's all you have to do. Like that same day, I think you were doing lighting for pints and recording and editing for that, and we're doing an ATI, we're doing an interview, and then we have, so like a lot is going on, and yeah, you're 21, 22, and you've been here for 6 months, and you have to be like second. What's the title you gave yourself? He's senior producer now, and what is she?
No, now I'm supervising producer now.
But at one point you were trying to
she's
give yourself
producer.
a promotion.
She did just get a promotion, actually.
And
Right.
actually,
2 weeks
not a
ago.
good time
you
to
got a
bring.
promotion. Congratulations, Jackie.
You earned it. You really earned it, Jackie.
That's something that I know. Not a good time to bring it up. And I was gonna at one point come in here and be like, you know what? Well, not actually. I was gonna jokingly say,
Demote yourself.
I'm gonna demand some more respect around here. But then I was kidding, and then I stopped myself, and I was like, you know what? Even though it's a joke, that's not smart to say.
Yeah, well,
And
that was smart, and it's lucky you have immunity right now. But
Technically, I'm
you know,
producer.
you have been thrown into the deep end. Like we talked about when Hank fucked up, and like back in the day, because everything that you just said right now, this is all a female Hank. This is all so Hank right now. Like even that 12%. That was such a real Hank moment. But Hank was doing like the rundown, and that was it for a Barstool that was like 1/20th the size of what it is today. So there's a lot of pressure, a lot of responsibility, but that's what we do here. We just throw you to the fucking fire and make you sink or swim. And right now you're at the bottom of the pool, like. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So all of that is true, but also it's like it's the gig,
No, also the bottom line of all of this is to say I fucked up. That was my bad. I am sorry, and I feel really bad about it. And it's not gonna happen again. And from now on, here's what I'm gonna do. Is Nick said that we're gonna go over all the whatever. I'm gonna learn. I'm at 12%.
Their technical name.
12%. We're getting to
100, Jackie. We're getting to 100. Let me help you here.
I respect Jackie trying to be reasonable.
no reasonably.
Yeah, that is
30% probably.
Because there are some buttons on there. Come on.
Yeah.
What percentage you said? You know 100%?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, then we got to get to 100.
I feel like we should quiz one.
I do know more than them, and like with the board, I'll give her the one credit of I'm normally the one in that chair, and I got sick, so I couldn't come in, and she just got thrown into it.
Yeah.
And that's on me not letting her do that more.
Sure.
Which is why I'm now just making her do that all the time now.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way. Like her and Pavs are going to take turns and learn it. Because
Also-
I can't learn anything else from that board.
Also,
Here's a little quiz. What does this grab button do?
Grab that grabs a still shot.
I could have said that. I was about to say it gives you a screen grab. Come on. So what
That was
we're
about
gonna do, first of all, moments of growth, not
You're
one
testing
time.
me right now. What are we doing?
I don't know.
Like you thought he wasn't gonna know that?
I don't know.
Grab was the thing you picked?
Sometimes I take myself in holes. And
You do.
Sometimes I just.
You are
just
the hole
what were you
digger.
saying? You were on something.
I was gonna give you credit, but boy, you are just a whole digger.
I just defended you. You're like, all
I
right,
know.
well, hold on.
This-
You're so
Smarty
smart. What
pants.
if screen grabbed you?
What's this red circular button that says rec on it? What does that mean?
Dude, there was one time. Never mind.
See, I was about to say, moments of growth. You have not yet thrown Pabs under the bus yet.
No,
and
I
she
was-
pointed to him. She was about to do it.
No, I was gonna throw myself under the bus because I was like, there was one time when like I think that this was on the vlog at one point. I grabbed the vlog camera because the pass was gone.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it's not working.
Oh yeah, she didn't know what the red button was on the vlog.
Friday. You
Yeah.
did this.
Oh
No,
no, and then we were during the whole
She
Tupperware
FaceTimed
thing.
him.
She was recording, but there was no SD card in it, and it took the whole.
This is one of those things that's like, why did I say that?
Yeah, I know. So again, this whole
That's good. She said that so fast and.
what is it? Yeah.
That's what why did I say that?
This is why it's a learning lesson for everybody. Because what happens, you can be like the smartest person in like college and like smartest person, street smart, book smart person, like aware and capable and all that shit. And you get to your first job and like shit just fucking goes wrong and you just don't know what you're doing.
Dude,
It's scary how dumb you can get when it's like, cause you know what you do in school, you have different subjects and different things, but it's all the same stuff: papers, tests, presentations. You know, we're at like and not making the same mistake twice is a huge thing. But I remember I was interning for like my last summer before having a full-time job at a trading desk, and they gave me a huge stack of papers to to make copies of. And I just didn't know there's a tray on top that you can put in that just feeds it in. So I just sat there, opened it, put one piece of paper in, press copy, opened it, put page 2 in, press copy, it was like 300 pages. And they, eventually, I don't even remember, but they left to like go trade for like the day, came back and I'm still sitting there like, and they're like, what are you doing, you moron, And I'm like, I'm a pretty like with it guy.
And you're too embarrassed to ask a question.
Yes.
Or too embarrassed to say like, look for help.
Yep.
Which is why Jackie stayed up all night.
Yep.
Fucking
captioning.
Captioning.
Yeah, like what should I do now? It's like
that,
if you
that
do
panic you have where you're like, I have fucked up. How do I cover this up?
Yes.
Is-
That is.
How do I bury this turd in the sand? Is
Now here's the
fucking
question:
hard one.
Do you? I am Mr. like say it to make it, deny. Should you try to cover up? Because like sometimes maybe you can get away with it. Something like when you're dead to rights, like no, but. If you fuck up sorta, and it was kind of your fault, but someone else's, and kind of your fault, but like not, something happened. Do you try to get away with it first, or do you just?
It's an interesting kind of dichotomy, I guess, of human nature, where because internally you're a regular person and you understand fuck ups happen, and you're like not gonna be a dick, so you would want someone to tell you the truth. And just be like, hey,
Yes.
I fucked up. And you would go, don't let it happen again. Jackie lets it happen one time.
Yeah.
And cool, and we'll move on. But when you're the one who fucked up, you're
like,
your
that's it.
internal
I'm dead.
voice is screaming, do anything but tell them.
Yes.
Do anything,
Anything.
but tell them. But if it was you who were in charge, like you'd be like, just tell me. We'll get through it.
It's also in relationships. It's like in everything. You know what I mean? Like I still do this where if I'm in trouble with a chick, it's like just fucking say, like, oh, I like double booked it. I can't come tonight, or I'm not gonna be able to pick you up, or whatever. But instead, I'm like waiting till the very last possible second to see if, because I don't like to shoot myself in the foot. Because what if like something happens and it clears up on its own, and I got a bullet in my foot, and I shot myself in the foot for no reason. But inevitably, I make it 100 times worse by lying, or not even lying, just being like, I'm not gonna bring this up yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you used to do it with Dave. You would be like, I'm late because I didn't get up early enough.
But that's
and
different.
Now I'm like,
that's not me proactively going to tell him. I still do that.
You're caught, but you're good.
I admit fault. I'm like, you're right. I fucked up.
Well, I don't think anybody. You should never put it this way. Okay, that horse was out on the bar on that one. The fucking episode was out. The fans knew.
Yeah.
Like if you had done that, and the episode was not published yet, and there was some way to fix it, I wouldn't come marching in and being like, I forgot to turn it on. If you can maybe somehow cover it up, you know what I mean? Like, don't.
I'm curious. Did you think that you fixed? Did you think you did it?
No. I knew it was gonna be obvious.
Oh.
I put disclaimer,
I was just about to say, did you see the disclaimer?
Yeah.
and I thought that the disclaimers
We
were
had
gonna be
audio
enough
issues with
to
Feits Mike for
shut
the first
everybody
22
up.
minutes of the podcast, so it may sound odd for a little bit. So sorry about this.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be enough, and for some reason I was like, I'm just gonna tweet at them if I.
Well, I just thought
that.
it was funny. Like there was no text message or anything. I found
know,
out.
that's what I said.
I found out from Twitter, which was not good.
Yeah.
Because I get, there's always people like they complain here and there. Sometimes it's people just being picky about audio. But they were like, Feits, Feits' mic is not on. I was like, not at all.
It was actually, I went to check. I never go check.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean it's on?
Yeah,
on?
like
And I
so
listened
when
to it, I was
it's
like, oh,
not
it's
like
not
a
on.
perfect audio sound. I'm like, go fuck yourself. This was like, yeah, she forgot to turn it on. But like, so I don't think you should ever own up to it before you have to. But even that, like,
No, that one I
this is
should've.
probably a very much do not listen to anything I'm saying because I am the king of trying to get away with it and never getting away with it and being like an idiot about it. So like maybe the real way to do it is like if it's kind of like Dukes with Dave when he was like I'm an idiot, but even then it was when once he had fucked up. I don't think you should go in there before you have to, but I think in any situation if you just go to like the boss or whoever and say I fucked up, I don't think you have to be a real asshole, like sociopathic maniac to then still bury someone. Because
Yeah.
it's just like, all right, they're copping to it.
And
What's-
here it's
what is there left to say?
Here it ends up being content, so it's
Yeah,
like it's
yeah, yeah,
easier
yeah.
to do it.
Right.
But like even a maniac be like, "Fuck you, you fuck." Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It sucks. I fucked up plenty of times.
Yeah.
What do
I
you
mean,
do?
I think I said with Pavs when he fucked up with Taylor Tomlinson, I was like, you get a free one. The second one, I'm annoyed. And the third one, like, you're fired. And we're on like the fifth one, but it's all good. We're all good. It's also like, this is so much more. This is what happened with Rico Bosco, where it's like, if you do that in corporate America, you're instantly fired. We're not in corporate America. It's like a locker room where if someone punches a teammate in the face, you don't get cut. You get suspended or internally punished, and then that's it. This is way more of like a sports setting. So when you're great for content and you have new merch and you have a new segment and you're doing the vlog and you are a female Feitelberg with a weird brain, you get to fuck up. Like if all you were supposed to do was technical stuff, I'd be like, well, we need to find a new technical person. But you do so much else.
Like, are we in like the free circle again?
Sure.
Okay.
Jackie,
You're in the free circle.
You're always in the free
Yeah,
circle.
I mean, at this point, you just have the immunity idol from Survivor. You can just go. What is it?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, technically, like, I keep starting things technically, and
Yeah.
then okay. I fucked up like that one time when the audio was overlaying. But
Babe, let me tell you something real quick. I don't really know all the times you fucked up, so don't list them all out.
Okay, we should do that.
I'm sure Nick
But I
has
think-
covered for
I
you
feel
several
like,
times.
I feel like a lot of times that you're thinking of was when Apple. I don't think so. Was when Apple like just didn't put the podcast out, and people were like, "Oh, you forgot to put the podcast out."
No,
That
that's
wasn't
not
it.
your fault. That's not your fault.
Exactly, but I feel like maybe like in the back of your head, you're like, "Oh,
No. I'm talking
know?
about specific.
Yeah, it was
things
in the
that
back
were
of my
fucked
head.
up.
It was in the back of my head.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
I usually text him and I say, "Is this Apple's fault or our fault?" And then he tells me. So, but I usually check that first,
And then there was like one time when like I put it out like late, and then Nick is going crazy over there.
I'm pretty sure we're beyond my 3 strikes rule, but not by much. And again, it balances out with Jacqed Up and merch and being funny and all this other shit. So, if it's like I said, Jackie was like rookie of the year, right? It's like, the rookie of the year puts up like 15, 6 assists, 6 boards, but like she stinks on defense. She'll learn.
Yeah.
She'll learn how to play
You'll
D.
get to the fundamentals.
Yeah, right.
So Jamar Chase didn't block great this year.
Exactly.
Figure it out.
Right. So you're good.
Definitely.
But for regular people, like I do probably think, I don't think I could do it, but I do probably think it's like march in there, like I'm so sorry, I have completely botched this thing.
Yeah.
And I think they'll be like, all right,
I respect your honesty.
Now
which it didn't happen, but
and also I think it's really got to be like case by case, like. You walk into like your hedge fund management team, like partner.
Don't tell me you accidentally fucked his wife.
Well, yeah, but I also think there are places that are like high stakes.
That one in the reps.
Yeah, you might definitely want to keep "I fucked your wife"
Keep that one
until the last possible second.
Down low.
If you go, if they accuse you of that, and you're just like, "All right, Bubba, you got me,
Busted.
you got me, I fucked her," you're still in trouble. I think there are certain jobs, probably like high stakes, like legal firms and hedge funds and politics and shit, where they might be like, "Okie dokie, pack your shit up. You're fucking fired. But for the probably 99% of regular jobs, I think copping to it and being like, here's the deal. I fucked this up. And I'm like, but I'm, tell me what to do next and I'll do anything, Yeah. And they'll probably be like, okay, here's what to do. And also within reason, you're young, you're new. If you're 35, I'd be like, you should get your resume ready, But it is the worst feeling in the world. Just your body just gets hot.
We've talked about it kind of ad nauseum. I've and my big fuck ups. I've been like, I'll just go get another job.
Yeah. Feitelberg's ready to catch a flight.
I will be a Walmart greeter, whatever. those dudes, they have a good time. I'll cut an arm off. It seems like it'd be a necessity for the job.
and what is good? I actually think. I don't think we've. Sufficiently done the punishment though.
Oh no, it's gonna be
we need to do the punishment.
It'll be they were
I was thinking, Hank did the I'm an internet troll for 30 days.
Yes.
I was thinking maybe I didn't turn on the microphone. Just something as basic as that, but she just has to wear an ugly t-shirt that says that for 30 days.
I was thinking
or the dunce cap. You had to wear that for a while, right? Or that was on the shirt, a dunce cap.
Someone tweeted this to me, and I hadn't really thought of a time frame for it, but maybe 30 days is good. Beans in the socks.
Bean socks, yes. Yeah, you have to wear bean socks for a month.
Is that socks with beans on them? Beans in my socks?
Dude, it's your fucking invention,
your
girl.
I know, but
whatever you do with beans and socks.
I can't. I don't think you guys know how the bean socks work. You can't really walk around in them that well.
You can exercise in them, but you can't walk in them?
I'll do leg lifts in them.
Yeah, no, it's, I'm sure. I know how they work. I can picture it being pretty difficult.
I do prefer actually open beans in the socks. How about we give her you can do open beans in the socks for a week or cans of beans for a month, something like that.
I don't know if I want Jackie wearing open beans in the socks.
Disgusting.
I would choose the cans.
I mean, you can't the really fun part with Hank was it was 24/7.
Yeah, no, this would be 24/7.
Yeah, so we
just constant beans in my socks.
we will FaceTime you, and if you're not wearing bean socks, you're done.
Okay. No, I'll do it. Okay. Do it.
If you gotta do it, and we'll give a couple exemptions if I don't know.
What if
if you're wearing a dress or something, you can't have bean socks on.
No dresses this month.
Okay.
have I ever?
I was just
I don't know if you have a wedding or something like that. I'm not gonna ruin your fucking.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ruin anything
sure.
But your regular ass
Jackie's
life.
Gonna pay a friend to get married. I'll also allow this. You can do because I imagine there's probably it's a little difficult with moving. We'll allow you can add a little duct tape on the outside.
You can tape your bean socks. I think if you get
for stability sake.
If you get a pair of men's tube socks, I feel like it'll fit. The can will fit in there.
Wait, yeah, that's what I do. Wait, so let me get this straight.
She was so annoyed by that. She's like, yeah. Don't tell me how to put beans in my socks.
So I have to walk around the office.
Nope.
Everywhere.
Do you know 24/7 means?
No, I know what 24/7 means. How would you know?
If we FaceTime.
Well, yeah.
Wait, Jackie, what's up? Let me see if
and you got to answer. I don't want it to be they're calling. You can't pick up on the fifth FaceTime ring because then I know you're getting your beans and putting your socks in. I want.
If you're around the house, there can be a little leeway, I suppose. But if you're outside,
yeah, you got to be walking around with bean socks.
And in the house, I guess I'm giving the leeway there just so I know you can beat us. Yeah. It'll be tough to catch.
You're gonna take him out. Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah, no, it's not sick.
Also,
we'll do
also
a
bear in mind
on this. We'll somehow raise canned goods for charities
for the people who need canned goods.
Yeah,
it's just okay. It's so much. It's so much. Yeah. I'll do it.
There you go, girl. Also, bear in mind, we're gonna forget about this in 10 days.
Yeah,
when does it start?
Or we'll give you an out. We'll give you an out. How many ad reads were in that last episode?
4, but
okay, so
again,
you find out what an ad read is running on KFC radio these days, and you pay back that full sum for 4 ad reads because
Oh, babe, you're doing a month.
people probably turned off the episode being like, I'm not dealing with this for full thing.
You can
Wait,
do
it
that
was
if you
22
want,
minutes.
but you're doing bean socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much does it run? No,
I don't know.
can't
You want to go
afford
rob a bank?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, like you won't pay rent at all. So like,
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to be homeless and rob a bank, then that works.
Okay. What if just the punishment is just because I felt really
so wait a minute.
bad?
Here's the thing. You don't understand. You don't get to like make your own punishment. There's no rebuttal.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. But I'm just this is the pitch. What if we just leave it as is?
We're in the circle. We're in the circle.
I feel so bad, and I cried.
She did cry. She did feel bad.
I did feel bad. I cried.
The remorse is there.
Okay, is
But
that the full pitch?
Here is honestly the thing. This is the other thing. Another thing. Yeah. You know what? Continue with the full pitch.
What else you got?
That was about it.
What do you think the punishment? Because don't tell me time served. Don't tell me you just
Yeah.
felt bad.
Yeah.
There has to be some sort of punishment now. What do you think it should be?
Maybe I.
Because I'm open to ideas. There should
Sure,
be something
yeah.
better than bean socks.
Maybe this is something like we throw to the people.
Well, we did.
Ooh,
Something
I
that's
think-
easier.
I mean, we did that,
did.
and that was probably one of the nicer ones. I also think that's a dangerous game to play. You think that they're gonna come up with something less harsh than us?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You've met people, right?
Yeah, I know.
They're gonna be like, feed her to tigers.
Bean socks just sounds like it's gonna mess up some outfits and like everything like that.
Yeah, for sure.
God, I hope she goes home with somebody with bean socks.
Can I think about it?
No.
Oh,
Wait, yeah, fine. You have the episode. We'll give you the episode.
The alternative is what? No, you quit?
No, I was gonna try and I'll just do the bean socks.
There you go.
If you think something better during the recording, you can have that.
Okay.
But we'll do bean socks.
Bean socks.
Sorry.
And that the other, because they're it can't just be that you feel bad, because that's the other side of it where it's like I hate it, but and I've said it a million times, like there are never fuck ups with Dave's shit because people live in fucking fear and just would never have it happen. And even if you don't realize it, you start to take advantage of a pussy boss, basically. So there has to be something, even though I know 100% you felt bad and 100% don't want to make that mistake and probably won't make that mistake. But if you wear bean socks for a month, you're not going to make that mistake.
No,
if
it
I
makes
let
me
you off
feel
the
better.
hook right
I'm
now,
like-
you could make that mistake again.
No, I'm like truly like petrified to make another mistake. Like I
Yeah.
don't trust myself.
Right.
I like texted Nick like I don't trust
She
myself.
offered to
that-
trade jobs with Pav. She's
Yeah.
just like, Pavs can just do the podcast now. I'll make
Straight
promo.
up.
I'll
Yeah.
make promo. I'm like, no, we're not doing that.
No, you don't. No,
Like,
we don't need to do that. But it is good. A little dose of petrification is good.
No, like I mean I actually
sadly,
like
it works.
I've thought about like what happens if I lose this job? Like I'm like petrified. Like I do want you guys to know.
Yeah,
like,
no. Well,
scared.
it's the old like. Do you want people?
Good,
To,
I guess.
yeah. Well, it's
Is
when,
it,
when,
I guess the response is good.
when people say
The 21-year-old girl's terrified of her bosses. Yeah, we're back, baby.
no, I you look at people who are terrified, and it's like Hank was terrified, Frankie was terrified. They go on to fucking great things. Nick was terrified.
I've done my best work when I thought I was going to be canned. the
That's
next day.
really, I know,
Like,
I hate it.
Really
I
learned some good shit.
I wish there was something different in human nature, but that's when people are their sharpest and they're most focused and they quadruple check. Not when it's like, oh, I like this job, things are going well, so I'm going to really be good at it, because you just start to rest on your laurels, which it sucks. So it's like, would you rather be loved or feared? I want people to. What is it? I want people to love me so much they're fear.
Yeah, I want people to be afraid of how much they
They
love.
love me. I wish it was that, but instead it's like I want to be loved with just like the occasional petrification.
Yeah.
So, bean socks, unless you come up with something better.
when does it start?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay.
What's going through your head about like the last?
I'm
What's
trying
the
to
worst
think
parts of
the
bean socks?
logistics.
Right.
Like
which?
I go on the train. People look at my bean socks.
Yes.
And I have to just be like, just shake it off.
Yeah.
I walk in.
I actually think we might add a stipulation, much like in ATI. You have to say, "I like my bean socks." When people say why, you should say, "Why don't you have bean socks?" You have to say that to them. Why don't
say,
you wear bean socks?
I'm growing. an ass. What? Maybe I'll come out at the end of this.
Oh,
Just-
because of like working out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
working
yeah. Yeah, maybe you'll love bean socks.
Yeah, exactly. And then I walk around and people are like, "Is this like some bit? What's going on?" And then
I mean, you can explain the truth. You'd be like, "This is punishment from my bosses."
yeah, yeah,
It's gonna get you a lot of attention.
yeah. I just don't. But like I also have to wear bean socks. So,
Yes, that is the point.
yeah.
I'll also maybe so what? It starts. We're doing 17th to 18th to 18th. Is that how we're gonna do it? And I will. So it's February 18th.
A month. That's an insane amount of time to wear bean socks. Sorry.
It's a month. It's a month.
Yeah, it's a long time. It's
That's a
a
long
crazy amount of
time.
time to wear bean socks. Jackie,
It's 4 weeks.
I'll
It's
give it
4
to you.
weeks.
10 seconds is an insane amount of time to wear bean socks.
Yeah, like
so a month is completely
you,
absurd.
Yeah, you invented bean socks. It's insane. I'll give you. I'll cut it down to the 14th. So that means your last work week, Monday, Tuesday,
cut it
Wednesday,
down.
Thursday, depending on.
Do you have to wear bean socks in Vermont?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta wear.
I don't. I'm starting to question whether you know what 24/7 means.
That's a good one. No, I get it. I get it.
18 to 18. I'll make it 18 to 14, depending on your jacked up performance.
Wait, am I sleeping in my bean socks?
Nah, I mean,
That's
No.
Yeah.
it's
You guys
Anytime
would know,
that you
you would
need
know,
to
you would
wear
know.
socks, it needs to be bean socks.
Yeah.
And you can't, you can't not wear socks with your shoes or whatever. Anytime you're out, here the official times you don't have to wear bean socks. In the shower, that's when you're sleeping, and that's really it.
yep. Fit pick every morning, pants up, bean socks.
And you have to leave your socks on, if you know what I mean.
She does.
Wait, what?
Just think on that one for a minute. But I will cut 4 days off if your jacked up performances are good for, like in the playoffs. Yeah. So we got some jacked up coming up, and depending on how good you do that, you can shave some days off your bean socks.
I mean, yeah. I don't have much confidence. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Let us know your worst work fuck ups. We'll put that out to Instagram too. We'll post that. What is your worst work fuck up, and how did you handle it? Did you shoot yourself in the foot? Did you lie? Did you deny? Did you own up to it? Did you have to wear bean socks? I bet you regret inventing bean socks now.
Yeah, I really do. I really, really do.
Because like, what else would the punishment have been? There's no plan B. We saw that. And it was
We'd have found something.
we'd have found something,
Yeah,
but not like quite like bean socks,
Not like bean socks.
I went to a wedding this weekend and met an all-time character in my life.
Proceed.
This dude,
How so? First, I'll paint a picture. What do they look like?
the dude from Superbad, famous actor, but I don't know his name. The dude from Superbad who hits them with the car, and it's his.
I wish you said the dude from Superbad. I knew who you meant.
Yep. So yeah, the guy who he fights them in the end because he got his period on his leg. Oh no! Wait, sorry. Shit. Wait, no, I'm wrong.
Uh-oh.
Shit. As soon as you said that, I'm talking about. I thought that was the same guy. It's the dude who hosts the party who beats up Jonah Hill because the girl perioded
Okay,
on his
yeah,
leg.
yeah.
He's a famous guy
Yeah.
too, right?
That's who I thought you meant.
But also, those guys. It's almost like if you took that dude's mannerism, like behavior, and the looks of the guy from Superbad, or the guy from the party. That guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fucking. I know. That's fucking. He's very famous.
He's been in like a million things. He might be my new guy who I know that I don't know. What's his name?
Kevin Corrigan.
I mean, gun
Kevin Gordon. Never.
gun to my head, I wouldn't have even come close.
No.
So this dude was a last minute invite. I think there was a +1 situation that went awry, and he got the invite. So he rolls to this wedding. He knows nobody, not a soul. He's just a friend who got the invite. I think was there for moral support. Because, when a +1 situation gets messed up, you can imagine it gets messy, whatever. And this dude rolls in, feel the thrill. I mean, You know, there's always one person at the wedding who like puts on a performance.
Yeah, I know how people say that. I haven't really.
There's always
But I
there's
don't
usually
really
like an
have one.
MVP.
I don't have. Maybe I don't hang on the right crowds. I don't get invited to the MVP circles. But like, weddings. I guess wedding. I give the MVP to everybody.
Yeah,
Wedding, I'm like,
usually there's
team
one
award.
who stands out to me who's like, he's the guy, and you might not even like this. Some people don't like this stuff, but he's the guy who like gets his belt off to start doing limbo, and he's the guy who grabs grandma and starts dancing with her, and is putting on, you know, like we'll clear it out and do like a somersault and like the focus of everyone's attention. That was this guy, but he knew nobody and nobody knew him. So it was like he solo crashed a wedding. And
He was invited but crashed a wedding.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
basically. And he had this catchphrase. He just kept saying, gabagool. He would just be like, I don't know, guys, gabagool, you know? And then he would like move on to the next, like, he would go from table to table, convo to convo, dance floor to dance floor section, meet you at the bar, meet you by the food. And he'd be like, you know, gabagool, man. He kept touching me, which I don't care for. A lot of the shoulder rubs. He did that thing. Again, never met this guy. You know when you like go behind someone and you push on their shoulders and you can get like really high?
Yeah.
You jump and
like
then
on the
push-
dance floor.
Yeah, but like we weren't really dancing at that point. He was just doing it to me. I was like, what is happening right now? And a lot of shoulder rubs. And then I couldn't tell if he was doing this on purpose. He kept going, you look familiar. And I was like, if you just know me, just say it.
That's
if you don't know
the
me,
worst. Where do I
hate
know you
that.
from? Like, I'm not gonna tell you.
Right. So either if you're genuinely like, I can't place you, but more often than not, it's like, where are you from? And it's like, you know, so just say it. So I don't know if he offered it up.
I've said it before, and people are like, that's not it.
Yeah, the last wedding I was at, somebody said, "Are you the guy from Barstool?" I said, "Yes," and they said, "No, you're not." And maybe they were thinking of someone else, maybe they're mixing me up with Dave or something. But I was like, "Yes, I fucking am." He was such a character, and nobody knew. Oh, and then I don't know if it was me that brought it up or him, but it was like, you're familiar from somewhere, and we landed on porn. I was like, I do porn.
What?
And he was all fucked up too. His kid is blacked, you know? And he was like, you do, man. How long do you last, bro?
Crossover there.
Yeah. If I could work a Tushy Raw in here too, that'd be great. He was just like asking me how long I last and what it's like, and I'm just going with it
What?
at this point.
This
Yeah.
happened at this wedding?
Yes.
This gabagool kid
Yes.
thought you were a porn star.
Yes. Because I said I was.
Right.
But again,
but
I
you
couldn't
got
tell-
it got deep enough that you were having conversations.
Yes.
And you're still not sure if he was like, all right, I'm talking to the KFC radio guy about porn. This is funny, or if he's like, maybe he
was fucked up enough that like he could have believed it, but also maybe he's fucking Phil. He's a crazy man. Maybe he's in on the
You
joke
got a James Dean vibe to you. I can see it.
Hey, that guy. As long as it's all consensual, I will take that. You know, I want to fuck like James Dean. You know, if someone said, "How does that guy fuck?" and they said like James Dean, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Phil the Thrill though was he did this move. I've never seen a wedding where more people spilled on the dance floor. By the way, like I would probably say like 10 smashed glasses with drinks everywhere, and this one poor woman comes out there to try to clean up, and he grabs the co-worker, like the worker there, and he's like, no, don't. And he grabs the napkins, he puts 4 of them down, and he puts her 2 feet on it and his 2 feet on it, and then grabs her hands, and they start dancing and cleaning it up with their feet. I mean, he had like a million moves. It was like he was a professional. And eventually, we were like, I hated him in the beginning. I was like, I fucking hate this guy. He's touching me too much. He's so annoying. Nobody even knows who he is. And by the end of it, I was like, this motherfucker, he won me over.
That's how that person is received at all times. Every room he walks into, that's how he's received.
Absolutely.
Like
And it's whether or not you can win him
everyone's
over or
like,
not.
I don't have the energy for this.
Yes.
today."
Yes.
then-
And sometimes you never do, and you end up just hating that guy for life. But I was like, I'm at a wedding, you know? Would I rather be like that or the fucking stick in the mud over there sitting there? It wasn't any fun, you know? And at one point...
there's a gray area.
There is. And that's where you should probably try to live.
I'm not gonna.
I'll never be
I'll
either.
let this be the bride's day.
Yes.
but I won't be a wet blanket either.
For sure. Then that's where everybody should live,
Yeah.
you know, for all occasions. But at one point, we took
that dude's name isn't Kevin Corrigan.
No, it's just not.
Find out his real name.
It just can't be.
I mean, I believe you, but it's just not.
At towards the end, we took a picture together, and it was kind of a group picture. But
It never came up who you actually are.
never confirmed nor denied. So I don't know if he was in on it or whatever. Most people there did know me, so or like asked or whatever. So maybe he heard via through the grapevine, but never directly. And at one point, like we're taking a picture and like our arms around, and I said I think it was like everybody on three, like gabagool. Because at this point, everyone knew his fucking catchphrase, and I was like, man, that was crazy. And he looked at me and he was like, you will never forget this moment. And I was like, you know what? You're probably right, bro. I was like,
now I definitely won't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was like, you are either like the most fun person at the wedding I've ever been around, the biggest asshole at the wedding I've ever been around, the most fucked up, the craziest, the funniest, like one of these extremes, But I will give it to you. I will probably never forget you, Phil. I will probably be on my deathbed being like, remember that dude, Phil? That was fucking wild, man. So, shout out to Phil, dude. I mean, he was also, he would do this thing. I don't know how he did it. He kind of did a slide across the dance floor like he had Heelys on. Heelys, whatever it's called.
Heelys.
But he kept leaving like a really big fucking
skid mark.
And it got rude. At one point, another guy at the wedding was like, dude, you should probably cut it out. Because I was like making him do tricks. I was like, do that thing, do this thing, like, go fetch. And then he did a long skid, and then I think he got in trouble for it. And I saw him kind of like, what do you mean? Like arguing with an umpire. Like, what are you talking about? It wasn't me. It could have been him. It could have been them. They were like, stop fucking doing that, Phil. It was wild, dude. It was an experience. So, Phil, I will never forget you. That's it. Today on the show, we got Brian Simpson, who I think is probably, if I had to pick, I would say that 2021 belonged to Shane Gillis. MVP, comeback season, if you will. Huh?
Easy
MVP?
MVP.
Yeah. And I'm not saying like, Shane Gillis numbers and future is in store for this guy just this year, but I do think 2022 has a chance to be a big one for Brian Simpson.
When Joe Rogan's putting you out all the time.
Brian Simpson's getting all the publicity. I'll tell you exactly why I think Brian Simpson is going to be. It's going to be his year. One, Joe Rogan puts you on, like that's the kiss. That's the Midas touch right now. Two, I believe he has genuinely, truly, I think the funniest joke of all time. The funniest joke that has ever been written by a comedian, start to finish, with a setup and a punchline. I think he has that, and you're seeing a lot of that on Instagram. I won't spoil it because you heard it in the interview. He also has a top 3 answer to the internet answer.
Oh, yeah.
What type of porn do you watch if you can only watch one type of porn for the rest of your life? His answer, the answer and the delivery of it, it's all-time funny. And so a couple moments like that.
I was thinking about a different answer.
What?
I was thinking about a different answer, a different question.
Really?
Yeah.
Which question for you?
WBC.
Westboro. Oh. He has two top 2 answers. He's got the top 2 answers. So go watch Answer to the Internet right now. It's out now. 2 all-time answers, one type of porn for the rest of your life, and the Westboro Baptist Church question. And his interview is great too. He's got like a really friendly vibe to him, which is funny because I didn't think that at first. I thought he was going to be a very like dry and like bust your balls type of like sense of humor, but he's like really friendly and just fuck. I mean, his jokes on the comedians, the comics, the stand-ups, what's it called on Netflix? The stand-ups. Yeah. When he leads off being like, reparations, man, like, I didn't think that was reasonable until the pandemic. Yeah. And, it's like we can't give out all money to everybody in the country. It's like, well, looks like you could for the fucking pandemic, dude. His reparations jokes were unbelievable. So he is for sure on the come up, and I think going to be a big year for him. So we got our interview with him on this podcast. We got Answer the Internet out now. Subscribe to both the KFC Radio YouTube channel, where you can watch the interview, and the Answer the Internet channel, where you can see his performance on that. So we got that interview with Brian Simpson coming up. It's our Tuesday up. It's the first ever Jacqed Up playoff edition will be coming your way. We've also got Feitelberg, who went to get his chakras cleaned or done.
Healed
chakras, as well as, of course, voicemails Top 5 we're not doing today because we can't think of anything good. So fuck you guys. We need you to tell us what top 5s you want us to do, and we'll get back on the horse. So tweet at us with ideas for our top 5 drafts, and we'll get back into that. But first, before we get into any of that, we've got Pappy Chaps on the line for a little impromptu session. I don't even know what's going on here. I think you said you wanted this to be a surprise.
Yeah.
Feits has not told anybody what this is about. I'm assuming with you, it might be like butthole related or
Close.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm just saying it's a wild card. You never know what it could be.
You're
with
in the
Chaps.
neighborhood.
I'm in the neighborhood. Is it balls stuff?
No, you're closer though.
Warmer? Dick stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, dick stuff. Dick stuff.
Yeah.
I went, I traveled upwards.
Chapsy called me Friday night. Was it Friday night?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was Friday.
Friday night, Friday evening, something like that. And posed just a delightful question that I'm going to let him pose here. And I was like, you know what? We got to discuss that on KFC Radio.
I mean, if it's dick talk, we do. We do.
All right, so let me set the scene a little bit. So if you're familiar with
pause for a
swimming
second.
pools.
Let me set this scene for other people. If you're not watching, Chaps is doing it from his spot where there's just every American president plastered against the wall. We've got like
Except
Marine.
2, and it triggers people big time.
Oh, I
All
bet.
the president but 2. I don't have Trump and I don't have Biden up there because I don't want those 2 fucks
Get it from both
associated with me. I kept Andrew Jackson is staying.
I was gonna
but
say
Trump
we're
and Biden are the fuck outta here.
we're doing AJ still up there, huh? But no Biden. So all the presidents, we've got Marine Corps slogans and pictures. So all of that's up. If you're not listening, if you're not watching, you should be. Go to the YouTube. But if you're listening, keep that in mind while we talk dicks. Go ahead.
And I don't remember where it started in my brain, but there's something about a cock, like a flaccid cock, that is just so comfortable. like if you look at it when it's flaccid, we've always thought of it's kind of gross. And I think like women being like, oh, I don't want an unsolicited dick pic. To me, a soft dick is like human stuffed animal, like where you can just, as long as it's not hard, once it becomes hard, then things get nefarious and gross. But if it's soft and you just like rest your head on it, and it's basically so soft, it's made of that same kind of silky material the dermatologists want us to use so we don't get as many wrinkles. Like if you had a beach, like a beanbag full of dicks, it would be the most comfortable chair in your house.
It is. When Chaps called me with this, I was like, holy shit, he's 100% right. The texture of a penis. A penis is one of the more miraculous things in the world. Yeah. Because I said
Yeah. It's a shapeshifter.
It lives in a state that we haven't quantified yet.
It's like when water can be a solid, gas, or liquid. Your dick is
It's a little bit of everything. It's no
Your
gas.
dick is like a kitten.
I said like a mouse that can kind of ship like into any shape it gets under, right? Like
like a mouse can
Dude,
fit through
I
like
can-
a hole.
I
This
could
big.
I could fucking put my dick in I could put my dick through a fucking pinhole, and like it would just get stretched
You know what it
and
is?
skinny and
you know what
pulled.
our dicks are. Scott Calvin going into a house without a chimney when he just fits down
You
that
can stick
pipe.
your dick in anything and fill it up the same exact way, whether it's a shot glass or a protein
Well,
shaker.
Chaps, in that
Doesn't
sense,
matter.
it is gaseous. So it's liquid, solid, and gaseous. It fills up the whole room.
It does fill.
Yeah.
It does.
A dick is the center of attention. Every room it goes in fills the whole thing just like a gas.
Now wait, here's my problem though. First of all, we kind of had this discussion a while back. I don't think that you can call our dicks, certainly when they're soft, cocks. We had this talk.
Yeah, I don't got a cock, no.
A cock is usually like a 10-incher. Probably not really many white guys with cocks. Like that's a different. That's when your dick is shape shifting to its final form. So we can't call it a cock.
No.
Also,
Did anyone pose that idea?
he said cock in the very beginning.
Well, okay. Oh,
Well, I
But I
think
just
it's
wanted-
the way that cocks can go 2 ways too. Like you got your hard C, like you got your big capital letter C cock, and that's when that thing is just ready to go to pound town.
And then you got your soft cock.
You got your casual passersby cock, where like
Now,
if you're walking past like a fucking Harris Teeter and somebody's pissing, you're like, that guy's got his fucking cock out.
So here's my thing. I've said this many times too. My small cock, my soft cock, embarrassingly small. I mean, it's just so small that it almost crosses over into like button territory. That almost
when you get out of the shower and it's cold.
Yeah, where it's like going inside almost. And that I don't like. That doesn't give me the soft, cuddly beanbag chair feeling.
But
I need my dick on a good dick day, still soft, when it hasn't begun to defy gravity yet, and it's still just flopping there, and it kind of rests. It rests in like on my balls, much like it's like a butter. It's like a stick of butter in the buttered dish. You know what I mean?
Well, because
it's like they go inside of it, like hand in hand. My dick goes into my balls.
Hot dog in a bun.
Yeah, hot dog in a bun, where it's just, that's what I could take a nap on.
Well,
we've long thought of cocks wrong, I think. We've always viewed the combo of testicles and penis as Batman and Robin, where the penis is Batman. We've got that all wrong. The penis follows the lead of the testicles.
Okay.
So, for instance, when you're cold, if your balls start to shrivel up, your dick looks at your balls and is like, "Oh, the balls are tightening up.
Retreat.
I better get out of here."
Retreat.
And, like, shrinks back in.
Yeah.
Like the penis follows the lead of the ball.
But when I have a long ball day, you ever have a long ball day and good wood, and then you almost have that flying squirrel attachment from your dick to your balls? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I had a long ball day with my good dick day, and I was outside nude, and a gust of wind hit me, I feel like I could be taken away with that thing.
it's a jib. You got your jib out.
To change direction.
The old
I could use
sailor
it as a
you.
runner. My dick, I'd be flying away. I'd be like Harry Potter playing Quidditch with that thing, flying around with my dick and balls.
But the Chaps had and this is where I really thought that you kind of hit a home run. Is Chaps said if there was a pool of flaccid dicks, would you jump in it? And I'd jump in a heartbeat.
I draw the line there.
I would jump in.
I am officially out.
It's fucking it's comfy.
John is now grabbing his flaccid
like a
penis.
little part. Like it's just like it would be like swimming in Jello.
Bro,
Right? Swimming in Jello?
jumping into a
it would not be
pool
swimming in Jell-O.
of dicks is
Be like one of those
horrendous.
slimy finger traps that you can get from the dollar store.
Yeah. I'd swim in that. Would anybody not swim in Jello? You wouldn't swim in Jello?
I don't.
No, I think you would drown. You wouldn't be able to get out.
Yeah, I don't think
I'd swim in these dicks.
I've thought
Don't
about
tell me
this.
I drown in dick.
You'd
I would
sink.
drown in
Yeah.
dick.
This is more like a.
I don't think it'd be swimming. I think you'd be
we know,
resting.
Zach. We know you'd rather swim in dick.
Wait, what'd you say,
I'm
Zach?
thinking this is like a ball pit.
I think
but
it'd just be resting. You wouldn't be swimming. You'd
Yeah,
be
you'd be
like
on top of
resting
it.
It would be-
on just a beautiful, beautiful pillow of cocks.
In my wildest dreams, if I was just covered in soft dicks, I'd feel good about it. I think I'd feel
Go
comfortable.
off, King. Yes.
I'm picturing. I'm
think it
picturing
would-
a Scrooge McDuck dive into the
It's
dicks.
just a
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
of
and you're
flashy.
swimming
Exactly
around
right.
through these dicks.
Now we're cooking. Yeah.
How many dicks do you think fill a pool?
Good question.
Oh.
That's like one of those Google questions on the interview. So if you had an empty pool.
Well, you gotta. Let's say we go with a basic Intex pool that's for an above ground pool, more easily to
Sure.
picture.
Yes.
So you got 4 feet by about 10 feet. That's 40 foot in perimeter, and I think that's at least 70,000 dicks in a pool.
Is it really?
I was gonna guess hundreds of thousands.
Oh
no,
yeah,
not hundreds of thousands.
I would
I
think
think
you need
70,000 dicks.
How many? We're gonna. What's the average dick size here?
Well, you
We're
got to
gonna
look at
say
the
3
square
inches?
inches of a normal cock. So let's
Say-
say your average American cock is 4.5 inches by about.
But that's running hard. You're
1.75
running
meters.
hard.
No,
here.
we're
talking
the average,
soft.
The
Game
average soft dick, I would say, is no more than 3 inches.
I'm gonna drop it down to 2.
Yeah, I mean, between micro penises and my penis, and then then you have a couple outliers that are a little bit longer. I would say we're
Yeah.
in the 2 to 3 range, and so you lay those out and start making row after
Fit like-
row.
8 John Hamm dicks in there.
Yeah, there's very few. A couple of Justin Thoreaus, a couple John Hams. That's those are the outliers in the situation. But and then you're gonna just do a cannonball into those dicks.
Oh, I'll do a head first dive. I think
I wade into it like it's really cold water. Like, I think
get up
I'd
to
want
your
to get
nipples and
warmed
you go-
up in it.
start dipping your toe in the dick pool.
But that's
You
the same
are.
thing. Once the water gets to your balls, when it's cold, you're no longer cold. once your testicles and dick head are completely immersed in water, I don't think you have that same issue going in. You go in slowly until you reach that point, and then you're good.
And I know what everyone's thinking. They're thinking this is gay. It's not gay. Don't make it sexual. This is
it's just about comfort.
There's nothing gay about swimming in a pool of severed soft dicks. It
Dude,
is.
you're telling me you wouldn't go to a spa that's just a pool full of dicks?
It would be incredibly comfortable.
Well, since this isn't sexual and that's not gay, would you swim in a pool full of pussies?
Oh God, no.
No way, stinky. Come out smelling like a bunch of pennies. What about if you had, those things that you put on your head if you have a headache, and it's like the wires, and whenever it goes there,
love those things. Yeah.
One of those, but with dicks on the end, like to really relax you.
Just a cat of nine dicks, just to slap yourself in the face.
Yeah.
This is your gayest segment ever. Absolutely. This is gayer than sucking or fucking dicks. This is so gay. There are
or maybe just a live one that's nice and hard to choke on.
Maybe a live one that's coming in my butt. Yeah, that would be good
until some cream comes out. I love that.
Heavens to Betsy. This one
it comes all over my face.
This one set me back. This one set our show back. For anybody out there who's like, KFC, I had to stop listening to KFC radio. It's just a bunch of dumb shit about sex and dicks. And I was always like, no, come on, it's intellectual. This one sent us back.
Well, I mean, you kind of fucked us by throwing the I word out there. Setting the bar a little high. You want to say it's not just dick stuff? Fine. Intellectual, I'm not sure we breached that topic.
Certainly not. Oh, my God. So would you swim in a pool full of dicks? Pavs?
I can't swim in the first place.
Paz is like, I drowned. Sure.
Can you drown in a pool full of dicks?
Yeah.
Like you can suffocate.
You can choke on dick. Yeah. Yeah, you can choke death on dick.
Yeah, you got so many dicks surrounding your arms, it'd be hard to move.
Imagine someone be like, "Yeah, no, they choked on the dick," and it's like, "Oh, really?" It's like, "Not what you're thinking. It's not what you're thinking."
Oh no, it's way weirder. It's way weird.
Way weirder.
He somehow severed 70,000 dicks.
And
then filled a pool with them. And then
you know what we need? We need to find somebody in the porn animation game, like the guys who are making those pre-roll ads that I really like,
Yeah.
And we need him to make these things for us. Like I need someone to make a pool
really
full of
realistic human. We need to get
because the thing about those ads are it's so floppy.
What about you just
moves.
make those mice that grow ears? They just start growing dicks, and then on their backs, and that would be awesome to watch.
Oh, you mean they grow the ear for like human transplants?
Yeah, for like cloning or whatever.
And then we'll just
put
chop it,
ear on the back of it.
Put it in.
Like just have a bunch of rats walking around with cocks on their backs.
We need to get I'm trying to think, like porn stars start selling like male porn stars sell flesh pipes, and then we put those in the pool. That's a good invention. Like flesh.
What? What's going on now?
Fleshlights.
Yeah.
Flesh pipes.
That's just a dildo.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Just a dildo.
Yeah. No, that exists.
Yeah.
Flesh pipe's a better name than dildo.
That is. They should call it that.
John
but
just
also
had his own personal, like where you take Uber and they're like, we're going to make a car, but make it longer. So you can do, he just invented buses. Uber.
They should take guys' fucking penises and make them.
I'll give you this though.
Son of a bitch,
No. But here's the thing. I'll tell you the problem with those dildos. They're always the hard penis.
Yeah.
We're going to invent soft dildos.
Yeah. I will. This is a call to
Whiskey
any
dicks is what you could call it.
My favorite thing in the world is to look at Jackie's face during these things. She was just scratching her face like, what the fuck? Soft dildos? Why would
They cared that a microphone wasn't on for this.
Really, guys? We're gonna cry over the world not hearing this fucking show? Man. All right, so we got to invent flesh pipes, aka
I will volunteer.
soft dicks
I'll get my
swimming.
soft dick molded by a professional company.
Would you do that?
As long as they promise to make 70,000 of them.
If we
Having your soft penis come out in 3D would be an absolute
I think we should get our soft dicks,
nightmare.
3D printed.
I've had this nightmare before.
We get our soft dicks 3D printed, and then we put them out there, and people have to guess which one's which. We just put it out as A.
Well, we still have to take our testosterone test
We
first.
got to do our low T and high T tests. Yes, we'll put them out there, and
Wait, are you guys gonna start doing testosterone? I want in on that. I
Well,
feel
we're
like my
gonna
T
get
is
it-
so low.
It's gotta be. So that was my thought was like I have to have the lowest T in the history of like functioning males, and so we were gonna get tested and have people guess like what our T is. And then maybe we could get on some testosterone. But I think having people guess your flaccid penis is the most like vulnerable thing you can do.
I think I'm not
really
doing that.
is.
I think I have not agreed to that one yet. I think I pretty successfully shifted it to testosterone talk. seems we found our way back to a topic I didn't want to talk about.
Bro, I would helicopter so hard.
Yeah, well, that's not soft.
I know, but
If you
I would come out
if
of
we
that.
can come chubbed up, I'll go chubbed up.
Well,
If that still counts soft.
I don't even know.
I think you guys have to do it in the same exact locale. Like if you're gonna do it, you can't do it separate from each other.
Yeah.
It's gotta be
Temperature.
you guys step out at like the pool where Kevin McAllister jumps into the water, does a cannonball. It's gotta be right there, the same room. You get in the water, get it out of the water, get your dick molded.
I think how that would be. Imagine like it's almost like when Drake and Kanye took the stage, right, together, and it was like everybody kind of thought that like Kanye tricked Drake. Like, yeah, we're just gonna do new stuff, right? We're just gonna do new stuff. Then Kanye went out there and did his whole catalog. I'll tell you we're just doing like straight out of the pool, but I'm chubbing that thing up, man. We're gonna come out. John's is like 2 inches, and mine's like a solid like 4-inch little pipe. Nah, man, that's just me soft. I don't know what you're talking about. That's just my natural state. I feel like if I get my soft penis cloned, you have to also.
I guess.
The
you're
problem
right.
is now I have experience in trying to clone my willy, and I can't even
still have-
imagine how it would work soft.
I still have mine. I
can't even. You know what you almost need to do is put it like on a tray and you sit your dick in it. Because you can't put it in like the tube.
Yeah,
you
it'd
know?
have to be like a
and then
Jell-O,
it would have to be
like
like
a-
you have to do the top and bottom.
Yeah.
You'd have to have two.
What about if you
partner.
did like a melting pot style fondue thing full of wax and you just kept like pile driving like over it and you just kept dipped in?
Yeah, you just got to dip in and out.
And then you could take the wax chunk off and then fill that with rubber, and it would be that's how you basically build the sword.
That's what we need to forge these penises.
We'll build a fort.
Yeah.
Forged in fire. Soft penises on KFC Radio. Jesus Christ, all fucking mighty. Chaps, goodbye, man. I mean, what?
Always a pleasure, man.
Always a pleasure. See you later, buddy.
See you guys on the timeline.
I like that sign off. See you on the timeline.
Heavens to fucking Betsy. That one, I often think about, what am I going to tell my kids I do for a living? And that one, I'm going to have to keep quiet. That one, I'm not going to talk about that.
I think swimming in a dick is fun. Swimming in a pool of dicks is fun.
Gay.
Yeah, gay. It's not gay. Nothing gay about it. Don't make it gay.
I don't think I'm going to do this one. I don't think I'm going to swim in a pool full of dicks.
Pussy. That sounds really gay. Sounds like you're too scared to be in a.
I think swimming
Too
in
scared. You're surrounded. You're too scared to be surrounded by a bunch of dicks.
I think I'd rather swim in a pool full of balls. I think the balls
Good news.
are.
I think I can make the simulation. So we might have a dick filling the swimming pool simulation in a day
I
or
think
two.
everything you're talking about with the softness is more in the balls than the tube.
Nah, you're wrong. You're wrong. You
not.
are egregiously underestimating the
Skin is the soft skin is the balls.
No, you're wrong.
I mean, that's objectively true.
It's not because it's not the skin I'm talking about. I'm talking about the innards of the dick. Whatever is
All right,
whatever.
No. This segment's over. You're now using the word innards. This segment is over. And I don't even know what advertising we can do, how many minutes we need to get after that. I mean, that is atrocious. So you need to go talk to me about cleaning your chakras.
Okay. Real quick, does weird mean gay now? Like, are people using that term? I feel like people just have to have a word for gay, and I think
It's like weird
The look-
code.
The look John just gave me because he saw my face, which was utter shock. It was like, am I saying something I shouldn't?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying something I shouldn't.
Like a code word?
Yeah, like code.
That guy's weird.
Maybe I phrased it wrong, but yeah.
I haven't heard that. Have you?
I have. That's why I'm asking. Like, because Meek, $1 million worth of gay put out a clip where Meek Mill was like, "Dudes in the hood call you weird if you look like a camera," and I'm like, that sounds like he's trying to say gay.
Gay, yeah.
And then there was
sus is
Sus.
sus. I know,
yeah.
but weird I've seen more.
I feel like
because
weird is so broad. You can't.
There was a viral tweet. Nice Kicks like retweeted or whatever, and it's someone holding a pair of shoes that looked like a sperm on it. And it was felt weird even touching this. And I saw those two things this weekend, and I was like, does that mean gay?
I mean, black people are always on the cutting edge of the next slang and the next words and the vocab.
I thought you were gonna say homophobia and get racist. Nice little circle we got there. Black people are always on the cusp of homophobia.
That's what he said, not me. Not me. He said it, not me. I was saying they have a creative vocabulary.
So Eagle Wit was on the show the other day just saying that. Southern whites are racist.
You're not wrong.
I was just taught a lesson by someone who taught me a lesson.
You got
Eagle came in talking about his friends in the hood. He said that's what the hood's like. That's what I did. Okay? I learned a lesson. Anyway.
You're weird, bro. You're weird.
Yeah.
If weird means gay, I gotta switch things up. I'm gonna be calling a lot of people gay then. You know?
Do that anyway.
I'll tell you this much. Cleaning your chakras sounds weird.
Yeah, big weird.
Big weird.
I actually said in the blog I wrote about it that I had assumed that I was the first probably straight guy to ever get his chakras healed.
Okay, walk me through this, because this is something I don't think I know.
So here's the deal.
I think chakras is when they like rub their hands like 6 inches above your body and like feel your energy. Is that what that is?
That's what all right, so here's the deal.
Reiki.
Reiki. Yeah. That's what I was hoping it was.
I know someone who did Reiki. And they told me like their hands get like bright red from doing it. Like they're like, it's real, and like you can see my hands when I'm done doing it. I'm like,
yeah, all right.
That's
so
weird.
let's just nip that in the bud. To start, it's fake.
Okay, so chakras is fake.
To give a little explanation here, I have decided that on Fridays I'm gonna try and just do something. I feel like every adult kind of goes through
this is a great life idea. I genuinely think this is a very good idea.
Like nothing crazy. Nothing. I'm not gonna try to go to the Balkans or become a Navy SEAL, but just something that I don't usually do.
Don't go to the Balkans.
And the shout out Donnie, both Donnies.
Step outside your comfort zone.
Just a little something, a little different. Just like a little whatever. And
honestly,
so,
even it doesn't even have to be that weird. Like the amount of like things that I do is shockingly low. Where it's like just go do something you used to enjoy. Like doesn't even have to be strange or new or weird. I commend you for even doing that, but just go do some shit.
Well, it is like I think every adult does this like every year or two. We're like, I gotta stop hanging on the bar so much.
Yeah.
And then they do this for a little bit, and they realize,
resets you, and then you go back to the bar.
Yeah, you realize like we only have fun places are bar and home,
right?
So I'm gonna do that,
right?
But so I like by a bar I go to a lot. There's this fucking sign that I tweeted the picture of it. And it just says it's one of these images of the chakra type deal.
Is it like one of those sandwich board signs, like the triangles sitting on the
No.
sidewalk?
It's fucking
right.
It's strapped to an iron gate.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
And I walk by it all the time, and I was like, you know what, man, I am gonna. By the way, don't let it slide by. It says ring bell for psychic. Which bell
for psychic.
Pretty telltale sign there. But I walk by all the time, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. That was Friday. This Friday. So I go at like 3:00. Now, mind you, I spent most of the day from wake up until 3 p.m. I spent most of the day trying to figure out what I'm gonna wear to a chakra healing because I didn't know. Right? It's nothing scarier than when you're like,
I would have no idea what the dress code would be.
I'm going to roll into this.
I would imagine something you might do naked, to be honest.
Yeah. And so here's my other thing. I was like, should I shower? But I was like, I'm definitely going to need a shower afterwards because I figured I was going to get naked and waxed up.
Yeah.
And I was like,
waxed up!
I was like, I got to get out of this. So I was like, I'm going to say the shower for afterwards. I'm just going to show up in sweatpants. So I go to the chakra healing. This is like 3 p.m. Okay. School's getting out. It's right by a fucking bus stop. There's also a sign for psychics. Okay.
Right.
And I thought they were separate things. I thought it was two different businesses in the same building.
Okay.
So I was like, I ring bell for psychic, but I was like, ring bell. How do I get to the chakra? So I'm starting to get panicked because a bunch of fucking euphoria looking chicks watching me stand in front of a goddamn chakra thing. Yep. So I'm getting all hot inside. Yep. And I was like, fuck this. So I bailed and from the corner of the street saw I was gonna call ahead, but I Googled it, and this place isn't on Google. It's not one of those bona fide establishments. And
on Google, it's like this place doesn't really exist. It only exists like in my mind. This is not real.
So I fucking call the psychic. She's like, hello. I don't know. That's not how Miss Cleo would answer the phone.
Right.
and so,
What? What is it?
So I was like, hey, can you tell me how to get into the chakra place? And then she's like, I do them both, you fucking idiot. I was like, you're right. I should have known that, obviously. Of course, you do it all. You do astrology, life coach. You do anything that can't be quantified.
Or a reading,
For a buck.
Right.
Is it impossible to
I'm
prove
a
I'm
scam
lying?
artist.
Yeah.
I do all of these things.
So I was like, hey, I'm outside. I'm gonna come in. And she's like, no. And I was like, I'm gonna go home. Okay. So I go home. So I go home. Right. And she said come back at 7. She said come back at 7. Okay. So I go home. This is Friday. I go home and I sit there for 4 more hours wondering if I should change out my sweatpants or if I should take a shower. Right. So I go back at 7 p.m. Right? Go back at 7 p.m. And I am like, time to fucking psychic up. Ring the bell right away, chest out, psychic time. No answer, right? So it is now after dark on a busy street corner in front of a bus stop. So people with undiagnosed mental illness is just everywhere.
All over.
Dude, just fucking homeless guys with their ass out, bending over, picking up cigarette butts, just putting them in their mouths, unlit, not smoking them. One dude walking around dragging luggage that like couldn't have had anything in it. Just screaming about his Jamaican ancestry. He was white. And so found that suspect at best. He's like, I can say whatever I want. My ancestors are from Jamaica. And I was like, this dude is going to say the N-word. This is going to be crazy. He did not say the N-word. And then, but I was there a little early, so I figured, like, then when she wasn't answering the bell, I was like, oh, she must be with a client.
Yeah.
And healing chakras. And then some dude comes out, and he was in sweatpants. I was like, fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Right.
nailed the outfit, bro.
Right. How old are we talking?
He was probably a little older than me.
Wow, so a young guy.
Young guy, yeah.
Good looking guy?
Not ugly. You know.
I'm picturing like a
regular.
fucking. I'm picturing like a hot guy for some reason.
No, not a hot
Is he
guy.
in shape?
He had a weird coat on. It's hard to tell. But
I'm
he wasn't
picturing a guy.
fat. He wasn't obese.
I'm picturing a guy who's got like 6-pack abs with those arrows, and he's got like his dick print in his pants, and he's just like, "Yeah, come on in." And you're super intimidated by him.
Yeah.
That would be my guess of how chakra healing would go. And he'd be like, "Yeah, this is where I fuck like thousands of girls."
Yeah,
and
I meet them at the chakra
yeah,
spot.
right.
And but so when he got out, the door shut, and I was like, I'll give her a minute to get recalibrated, like therapy session, right? I figured that's what it was, kind of deal. Like,
so wait, sorry,
mind you, at this stage, I have no idea what
the
chakra
guy is like not hitting the one though. He like lets you in, or he's gonna do it to you. Like you spoke to a girl the first time, right?
Yeah. So to Mindy,
and then so what's going on? So who's this guy?
I assumed he was the client.
Oh.
I assumed he was a client. Oh yeah. Oh, you think I was like no. He just walked out.
Got it. Okay.
And
I thought he was like the guy.
I assumed he was like the 6 o'clock appointment.
Okay. Okay.
You don't think he's a hot guy anymore?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Now I see there was a little loss of translation.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, I'll give her a couple minutes, let her get resettled, and I'll buzz again. No answer. So at this point, it's like 5 past 7, 10 past 7. I'm not late for my appointment, which I thought was really set in stone. And after a little bit,
Time's a fucking construct.
another guy comes out, and I was like putting together that this humongous building probably wasn't one single psychic's office.
Yeah.
That there might be apartments in there.
Right.
So I catch the door this time, and I go into the psychic's the thing, right?
Layer.
Yeah, and it's her office, whatever you fucking call it, is before the residential entrance.
Got
so
it.
you can get once you get past that one gate, you can get to the psychic spot. But it's also where all the residents throw their trash. I tweeted a picture of this, and it was like I had to like push my way through trash to get to the psychic store where it was like Amazon Prime boxes. There was a Fisher Price hoop. There was a Paw Patrol box. 2 fold-out chairs. Like, and I was like, it was mad. Like what? like, I had like that's her front door.
That's like
the door.
like a back door of a house.
Yeah. Look at her door, right? So now I'm standing right at this door, and it is pass slide over, and it is like I'm peering through those blinds.
Yeah.
Where I'm like trying to see what's inside, and the lights are on.
Yeah.
Okay. The lights are on.
I can't believe. I mean, if I see this, I am running for the hills because I'm like, there's a dead body behind the door.
Well, I could
100%. That's a dead body behind there.
Yeah, ring bell for psychic.
Ring
again.
bell for psychic.
She still doesn't know you're coming. You've already rang the bell downstairs. Still like a little bit more of a warning. But so I'm peering in, and it does have like an opium den type feel to it.
Yeah.
So which like makes sense. But then like in the corner, there's like one of those hoverboards, like from like 2017 that killed everyone's grandma by like breaking her hip and then just starting a series of very unfortunate events that eventually led to her demise. That's just sitting in the corner. And then I'm gonna try. There's one door in the back. So if I'm looking at that back right, there's a door. Okay, and I was like, I think she lives here. Like that's what I think.
Yeah.
This is.
Definitely.
And I'm knocking. I'm ringing the bell. I can't hear anything. I can hear R&B blasting, like 90s R&B, but I can't tell if it's from the bar downstairs,
right,
or if it's if she's just fucking in there.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, this is crazy. I'm gonna stay here for 15 more minutes, and then
15 so long,
dude. I got home at like 7:50 from a 6:50. I got there at 6:50, so I was there. It's about an hour ordeal.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm like, all right. So the next day, I'm like, I have to go back. But actually, no. Well, yes, I wanted to go back, but it was Saturday. I woke up late. I worked out, and then Bruins were on at 1.
But wait, okay. So back to you.
I just left.
You just left.
I just left. I was like, I can't.
So you were knocking, walking around in there for an hour. Nothing happens.
Nothing happened. So I was like, all right. So I left. So Saturday comes around, 1 o'clock, Bruins game, 4 o'clock, fucking Raiders Bengals, Pats at 8.
Right. Now, wait, let me guess, though. Much like the Chinese food, did you go right back to the same place?
Well, I didn't go Saturday.
Right, but okay, but when you resume, when do you go
Sunday,
back?
I called again.
Okay. Same place.
Same place. She answered the phone. What?
Well,
It's like, hey, could I get an appointment today? She goes, we're closed. It's like, we answered the phone. So that confirmed my suspicion. She lives there. That's just her apartment.
Yeah, right.
So today, I was like, that's it. And like yesterday, when I called Sunday, I did not want this anymore.
Right.
But it was just like me versus her. Like, I'm not
right.
She's so rude to me.
This is
at every turn.
at this point.
Every time I gave her an option to be not rude to me, she was rude to me. And I was like, this is fucking over. This ends today.
This disrespect ends right
She
now.
said, this lady stopped pushing me around the ring today. And I finally let this woman scam me. like she hasn't even taken any money yet. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm trying to give you money to do fuck, just lie to me. Right? And so today we were gonna record the podcast earlier. I was like, no, I gotta fucking get
my chakras.
I gotta get my chakras tuned up. And so I went at 1 o'clock, probably 12:45, 1ish. And I was like, I'm not even making an appointment. I'm just fucking going over because it's MLK Day. He'd want it, and this is what he'd want. I'm just going over, and I'm not. And so I get there. The Iron Gate is open this time.
Okay.
So fucking first hurdle cleared, easy peasy. Get to this door. Blinds pulled up at this stage. So she's there, right?
Yeah,
Someone's
gotta
around.
Gotta be.
Ring the bell. From the door in the corner of the room, flings open. This dude strolls out barefoot in sleep pants and a t-shirt. Yeah. Like he's confused. He's like, what do you doing? What do you want? And I was like, like what do you mean? What do I want, bro?
Well, because you're in his living room or something, right?
yeah. And I was like, chakra healed? And he's like, what? I was like, can I get my chakra healed? And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, and he grabs a menu and he holds it up and he just goes, this is what we have. And I was like, okay, which one of those are the chakra healing? Because none of them said chakra healing.
Yeah.
And he's like, this fucking one. And he points to something that just doesn't say chakra healing. It said talk to dead ancestors or something. And it was $300. And I was like, well, that can't be right. I was so confused. That can't be right. And he's like, hang on, let me call her. So he gets out his phone, which I'm like, bro, I know she's on the other side of that door. Just yell out.
Right.
Just be like, Mindy, just come talk to this fucking guy.
Right.
And he's like, hey, there's a guy here. Yeah, he wants to get chakras. And he's like, yeah, okay. He goes, yeah, it's $300. And thank God I hadn't crossed the threshold yet, because I went, you know what? I'm not doing it. If I had been one step further, if I was in the office,
committed. You would have been committed.
I would have been like, all right, fine. And I said, you know what? I'm not doing it. I left. And that's the end of my chakra journey. I never did it.
Let me tell you about the time I got my chakras cleansed.
Told a full story.
I didn't get my
told a
chakras
full
cleansed.
story that ends with I didn't do it.
Might be a better series. John almost does things. John almost does things every Friday, and he gets to the point where he's like, "Never mind."
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, the sign saying you get chakras for $10, and then they charge
$300.
The
$10 special.
the $290 upcharge.
Can you do $10 special? Like, nah, it's $300. You talking about what? It was like that's
So
false
what-
advertising. Like, that's not
So
a thing.
what it?
Yeah, the whole thing's
Google
chakras.
search?
The whole thing's false advertising.
Can you YouTube like chakra healing? I want to know what they do.
By the way, so I've since Googled it.
Yeah.
Chakras, everything. It is the connection of the mind and the body.
Yeah.
Okay, or the spirit and the body. Like a chakra can fucking.
They keep showing these colorful
Yeah,
balls
it's
down
just
your
balls.
down the main street here.
It is like it's basically like one can give you depression if it's clogged.
She's being quiet, but she did this in class last semester.
Yes.
What?
Like
You did chakras in
Yeah.
school?
That was her
Fucking state
college.
school's the best.
USC,
yeah.
baby. It's not a state school.
USC's a state school.
It's a private school.
It's a state school.
Oh yeah, no, she's right because that was the whole thing.
Yeah,
with,
but the University of Miami is a state school too. It's a private school. If you're the University of something, you're a state school.
No, it's like a very well known private school.
Lori Laughlin did that whole thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So wait,
state
I'm
school.
gonna sit chakra style for this fucking segment.
It's something like the first one.
You probably can't even do the first step, dude.
What?
You gotta sit like this all with your back all straight and get your chakra balls aligned.
I mean, like, that's not happening. What's next?
Okay, chakras. What do I do next, Jackie?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't. All I know is like the seventh one. I don't know, guys. I like had to focus on this job while I was taking this class, so I don't
You
remember.
gotta give me something.
But there's one, and it's
like what is it?
okay, it's each one like
Oh, so I have like 10 chakras.
you have 7 chakras.
Seven
And
chakras.
each one, there's one and it's like food or like the stomach.
Yeah, stomach's one. Solar plexus,
and
heart.
it literally like it goes up like in
Yeah.
a line.
My mom.
I
my
like
mom.
step 2, release all the blame and guilt within you. That's
pretty
fun
easier
for a
said than done
fucking
one.
Irish guy. You kidding me?
Release all your letdowns and disappointments.
That's even longer than the guilt thing.
Release all your sadness and loss. This is
These are
easy.
getting progressively harder for a fucking Irish Catholic guy.
Release your denial and lies you tell yourself. Nope.
I mean, literally,
That's the only thing that keeps me
harder
going
and
every
harder
day.
and harder. I guess these are why they do it. Yeah. Step 6 is what? Step 6 is probably going to be like, release your skinny fat body. The greatest illusion in this world, the illusion of separation. No, that's not it. Oh yeah.
Release all illusions within yourself.
What are illusions? Step 7 is like come, jerk off.
Release all your earthly attachments. Let go of all you've grown to love. Murder your family is step 7. Murder your family and burn the house down.
Chakras sounds like
I thought it was. This is something I looked up, and like I thought it was gonna be like Reiki. I thought it was gonna be like some fucking. That's why I thought it was gonna have
Yeah.
a shower afterwards and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah.
gonna be like ba.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be happening in a woman's living room where they were scamming.
this
Well, I knew it was
sounds
scam,
this
but-
sounds much more mental. Like you just sit here and we meditate and
Mm.
we do these things. I want something, even if it's a scam, where you're allegedly manipulating me and my aura. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Reiki feels like they're like, oh, there it is. Like so the
I
person
want you to do something to me. I don't want me to have to do something to myself.
the person I know who does Reiki can when she does it is like she'll get to like your neck where it's like tense and be like, oh, you have like your neck's been hurting you, right? And people are like, yeah.
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah, you can
then
feel the muscles.
And then they but she's not touching you.
Oh.
So she'll like go above your body.
Wait, you know someone who does, I thought you were talking about like you know someone who goes to Reiki. You know a person who does
it.
Reiki?
And it's like
Where did you meet this
It's
person?
like you can release your stress from, she does some shit. I'm like, you got to do this shit to me. She was only talking about it where it was like you can find where people keep their stress, where their pain is, and they like somehow take it off of you. And then like when she's done, hands fully like red, and she's like exhausted from it. She's like, I need a break because I did all my Reiki.
Really?
Like, and it's not somebody I would be like, this is like, bull fucking shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, I'm gonna have to get my Reiki done.
I'll get
my
Reiki for
on.
sure.
Yeah,
I'll
let's
get
Reiki.
Reiki. Yeah, definitely.
All right, so fuck chakras. We're getting Reiki. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, fucking chakras are weird, man.
Got to keep your body. Got to have your body on point. That's why you got to have wood. Get wood. You see this right here? Body wash that smells of summer house. We've also got body wash that smells of fresh tracks with oak moss and pink pepper.
Pink pepper's where it's at.
Summer House has this is the one. Summer House is the one. Coastal lavender and sea salt is the fucking one. If you're getting the wood body wash, go with the yellow Summer House. If you're like an outdoorsy type, you can do fresh tracks. But to me, I'm a
fresh tracks guy, despite not being outdoorsy. But I like to smell like it.
We got the shampoo, conditioner. We got the aftershave as well as the shaving cream that cools and protects your skin. The aftershave relieves, nurtures, and hydrates. This is what I'm talking about.
I like the face scrub. I really like the
face scrub and the face wash. The scrub is good because it rips your fucking top layer of disgusting skin off. But the face wash is very, I like things that get very bubbly and very sudsy, and that shit gets like sudsy on you. So you ever use a face wash that just feels like it's like hand sanitizer?
Yes.
And I'm like, is this even doing anything?
That's you gotta suds up.
No,
gotta
that
suds up.
I'm
I'm new to the face wash game. I've been on it a lot basically since Whitney Cummings yelled at us or me, and I need a sud. I can't be using
wood has suds. Get wood for your suds. Also, really, guys have not been in the face wash game. They have not been in the lotion game, the hydration game, the scrubs game, the serums game, the recovery game, and we're ugly because of it. We're fucking gross. Like bags under our eyes, splotchy skin, wrinkly skin, droopy skin, all this shit that makes you ugly that you don't ever think of. When I was Pabs' age, I never thought about any of this shit. I didn't think about my hair. I didn't think about my skin. I didn't think about my looks. I just was like, let's fucking drink and fuck and just live life. Now, as you get a little bit older, I'm like, I need to put some shit on my eyes before I go to bed at night or I'm going to be disgusting soon. I need to wash fucking my body with something that's going to make my skin not be gross. I got to wash my hair with something that's going to keep it thick and full. All of these things wood takes care of. So the question is, would you get wood? I don't know. What's the slogan? Get wood.
Get wood.
Get wood. So go to getwood.com, WOULD, getwood.com, or check out your local CVS. It's going to be in over 9,000 CVSs when it's all said and done. They've got the entire line of care from your hair to your face to your skin to your eyes, your hands, like everything that you need to keep your body soft, smooth, healthy, smelling good, feeling good. So go to getwood.com to get yours today. It was a big weekend for football. I think we will do our recap with Jacqed Up before we get into our opinions.
You think Jacqed Up first?
I think we got to set the scene of the games and what happened.
Okay.
And then
Jackie seems to disagree, but I feel like if all episodes today is not Jackie's choice.
So, Jacqed Up today is brought to you by Wood. You know the deal. It's the greatest football recap every Tuesday afternoon. This is the first ever playoff edition of Jacqed Up. So, the good news is, only 4 or 5 games for her to talk about? As opposed to an entire slate. Sure, it will be only like 1 or 2. But as always...
to be fair, there aren't many games even really worth talking about.
Right, but that is kind of the news in and of itself, is some of these games aren't even worth talking about. As always, she is, as to my knowledge, I believe, the only solo female football analyst show in the game. So really blazing the trail for the feminists everywhere. 3 minutes on the clock for week 19. Playoff week 1, Super Wildcard weekend. Jacqed Up!
Jacqed Up!
Okay.
Coming in so hot.
Yeah.
The energy level through the roof.
Energy.
Okay.
She's had no voice all day.
First playoff game.
Okay, guys. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Bills, Patriots. The Bills won by a lot.
So many points.
Wait, okay, here's another thing. Oh, wait, no. Okay, I'm going to go to Bucks real quick. This is maybe a hot take, or this might be a really cold take. I think that the Bucks are going to win the Super Bowl. I don't know why. That might be a really cold take. I just think that
they have Tom Brady as their quarterback.
I just think that Tom Brady's really good.
Yeah, that is a hot take.
You might be good. You might be right.
I might be
Did you see that stat last night?
What?
The top 3
the yards,
passers in postseason
12,000 yards,
12,000 to 7,000.
He almost doubled up.
There's a very good chance this postseason he will officially double them up.
Yeah, with the most postseason yards ever. It's like Brady with 13,000.
He's the
Peyton
number
with
1.
7,000.
Higher than
Ben
2 and 3
with
combined.
5. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. So Bucks is the official Jacqed Up
Bucks
pick
the
of the Super
official,
Bowl.
and
they beat the fucking shit
they beat the shit out of the fuck, man, I
Green.
just had this. The Eagles. I also think that like in the playoffs, there should be like that. Every game should be like close.
Yeah. So what do you think about this weekend?
I thought that it was underwhelming. Like I wanted to be on the edge of my seat for everyone. And the only one that like the 49ers game.
Yeah.
I feel like was the only one that I was like invested in. The 49ers game, that one at the end, it was like the 49ers were up and then I always forget who they play. It was the 49ers versus the
Star.
Cowboys. And so the Cowboys, it was towards the end, and they like had an opportunity to have one. No, I'm thinking of. Fuck, I'm so bad at this. I'm thinking of the wrong game. It's okay. Oh, there was a whole thing with Mike McCarthy, and
Yeah.
I'm really like frazzled now. I feel like less.
I
games-
actually didn't catch like much of this. So
This is wild. This was crazy.
Jackie.
No. You go.
So what they did with, I want to say it was 16 seconds left in the game, and they're driving, touchdown wins it. They were down 6. And they were probably at midfield-ish. I know Dak slid around the 25. And so maybe a little close to midfield. Maybe let's call it the 40.
They're at the 41.
41. Okay. And they call a fucking quarterback draw. Call a quarterback draw with 16 seconds left. So Dak gets to the 41, runs to the 24, 25, fucking slides, try to get to the line to spike the ball.
Time expires.
Don't do it in time.
And that was when the ref was moving it around too, right? Yeah.
It was
Right.
an insane play call.
and then-
the people ran to the refs because the ref was like, it wasn't following the play. What I tend to see on my timeline is that all football players, former players who are now analysts, are saying it's the Cowboys' fault.
Yeah.
That you cannot put that on the refs. That like they did like.
I mean,
Dak
it's not like
got
the
up.
refs did do something wrong, but it's like you shouldn't be in that position. in the
You
first
should,
place.
yeah. It was like they were Cowboys
But
who weren't
that's
set.
I don't know. It's like that's one of those things where it's like you shouldn't put yourself in that position, but that does not affect the call being wrong.
Well, but it's
you know?
also like it was. So Dan Orlovsky, I thought, had the best breakdown of it, where he's like, Dak has to know those 4 extra yards aren't worth
worth
those 2
the
extra
time.
seconds.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he has to take his slider earlier. He has to know, even like when he got up, there were 3 seconds left, or when like the ball was about to be set, there were 3 seconds left, and Orlovsky was saying, to run a play takes 2 seconds no matter what. 2 seconds are coming off the clock if you snipe the ball. So if there are 3 seconds left, what he needs to be doing is yelling 911, 911, which changes the play to everyone run a Hail Mary. Because we're not going to have time to spike this and run another play. Because that takes 2 seconds. We have 2 seconds left. It doesn't matter. Game's over.
Right.
So everyone, that changes the call. 911, everyone get to the edge of the
go,
game. He's like,
yeah.
that at least gives you a shot. He didn't even do that. Like, they were not.
So, yeah, he
and
fucked up
basically
on so
everything.
many
He's like, they
levels.
were
Yeah,
not prepared for that. And it
right,
was,
Jackie.
Every time you guys talk about sports, I
I
just
was
can't.
quoting
I try
Dan
so hard.
Orlovsky. That's not stuff I know.
I'm sorry, but yeah, that's exactly right.
You're a big Niners fan, right? That was your team.
I'm a huge Niners fan. Yeah,
Represent for
technically
Cali.
that is. But wait, was this Whistlegate?
Whistlegate,
that was Bengals.
Cincinnati.
Oh, it was Bengals Raiders. Okay. Wait, what game?
I need an okay counter.
Dude,
for
what
this
game are we
episode.
talking about right now?
You tell me, girl.
I don't
It's your
know.
segment.
Okay. I'm going back to 49ers. 49ers. Okay, but I was confusing for the Bengals, so I'm going to jump over to the Bengals.
Yes.
This is all over the place today. I'm so
Yes.
sorry. I'm hopping over to the Bengals. 1926. That one was a kind of an edge of the cedar because it was at the end. Then the Raiders had the opportunity to score,
Yup.
and then the Bengals, all they had to do was just defense. And Joe Burrow, again, sorry, I'm jumping around. At the end there, he was in the little thing, he was wearing these glasses, which I thought was interesting because he looked really good in them.
Yeah, he's a handsome.
He's a
motherfucker.
really handsome guy, but the
Anybody who looks like
glasses,
that
it's something
guy
that
is hot.
you can't wear something like that with just a white t-shirt and then like expect people not to kind of comment on that, you know?
Yeah.
That was just a little something. 19 to 26. Yeah, that's
Joe
all
Burrow is that dude.
He's awesome.
Joe Burrow and the Bengals are going to be a problem for years to come. I don't know if this is their year. They got some hurdles to get through, but like Joe Burrow is that fucking dude.
He knows it too.
Yeah. Oh,
He
yeah.
has
He's got the
more
swagger.
than, like,
Yeah. Even that look, he had the glasses and he kind of had that like the little swoop with his
Yeah.
hair going. He knew exactly what he was doing.
He's really hot.
What were you going to say?
First, time in 31 years that they are going to the playoffs.
That they won in the playoffs.
That they won in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about the Patriots game?
The Patriots game. Okay, that was huge blowout. Bills won by a lot. That was something like that was
Ridiculous.
gotta
Actually,
be
the score
disappointing.
was actually closer than the game was.
Yeah.
I want to say it was 47-17.
Yep.
Yeah.
At the two
It was
extra
over
points.
by the half. I know that.
I
that
mean,
it was just like
It was over by the first drive.
that was jarring.
It was not good.
That the first ever perfect game, right? No.
I don't know about ever, but
I saw it was the first ever perfect offensive game. No punts, no fumbles, no interceptions, no field
Oh,
goals.
yes.
Every
I think
single
you're
time
right.
they touched the
Yeah.
ball, they went for a touchdown. They did miss the 2 extra points, but that's special teams. So as far as the offense goes, it was literally a perfect game. Did not get stopped once. Never even knew that was possible. I heard that you were still holding out hope. You were the last man standing, I heard.
Yeah.
I heard it was like 35-7, and you were like, here we go, boys. What are you, fucking nuts?
I still
We were
think
waterhead idiot.
There was I don't know. I wasn't ready to wave the towel. I thought that there was.
Brady ain't walking through that tunnel, baby.
Mac didn't look bad. It was at no point was it like Mac's fault. So it was
No,
all
but he
right.
wasn't-
They can string
he
one
had a couple
together.
interceptions,
string
didn't he?
Two interceptions.
Mika Hyde.
Two
it was-
picks.
One was off
One
the
was
receiver's
amazing.
hands. One
Yeah.
was like the greatest defensive play I've ever seen in my life. So
Yeah.
neither of those. Yeah, you don't want him thrown, but neither of those picks. You're like, what the fuck is he doing out there?
Yeah.
Both of them made sense.
Yeah, Mac's not the problem. The defense, I mean, the Belichick boys getting fucking whacked like that is the problem.
Yeah.
And
It
that's
is.
something I never thought would happen. I mean, I was texting with you. We got lost in translation because I was saying I was saying Bill is going to win that game, and you thought I was saying the Bills. But I thought it was going to be like the same thing as the win game. It was going to be cold as fuck, and the Bills still have this bugaboo about the Pats, even though it's not Tom Brady. And they're thinking about week like 12 or whatever that was, where the running fiasco happened. And that's how I think the Bills are the real deal. Is that like old Bills teams, even good Bills teams, have that like in their head and let that dictate them.
I mean, we're
And
talking
they
about
just
quarterbacks
went
with
out.
swagger. Josh Allen's also one.
Oh, absolutely, man. And you just went out there and was like,
I thought it was so
righted
cool
the
that Josh
wrong
Allen
of
even admitted that he was
throwing the ball away.
Yeah, he was-
such
like,
an
that's-
awesome thing to
like,
do.
yeah,
like,
fucking-
yo,
I
I
was
was,
doing that.
I am so.
You don't do that if you lose the game.
No,
but
never. I'm so in the zone right now that like even when I'm just fucking throwing it away, we're scoring
Yeah.
touchdowns. That's how fucking good the Bills are right now. That's something that like no quarterback would ever admit. I love him doing that.
it is like it's unfortunate. It sucks, but it is like when you're. It sucks that that defense was slow. It was like top 5 defense of the year, and it's just they just didn't have it. That was I was saying it on the stream. I was like, it literally. It's not like they're a step slow. It literally looks like they're moving a step slower than everybody.
Yeah,
it didn't,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It was great. It did.
Right.
It looked like an optical illusion. I was like, how are they so much slower? And obviously, got to fix that. Got the McCourty going. McCourty's probably gone. Hightower's probably gone. Slater said he might be gone, but I feel I'm okay. Like you were arguing a lot yesterday, like and this is one of those things where it's kind of like sports arguments are just so cyclical. Where like I know what you'll say, you know what I'll say, I know what you'll say, and you'll say the body to fall, and I'll say you're right. Like we have fallen, we don't have to go anymore. The standard has changed. It was a better year than I expected, but if you are going to have to rebuild, it's the two when we're not even really rebuilding, but the two things you need, the two things that like bad franchises historically and regularly bad franchises have. Bad organization, bad quarterback.
Yeah.
I have both of those.
Maybe.
So
We'll see.
no, because we have a quarterback.
What, you just don't think there's any chance he regresses?
Tons
of quarterbacks
Here's the
regress
deal.
in year
I
two.
don't. I have no idea how to judge a quarterback. So I'm not fucking talking with my eyes. I can tell you a guy on the beach. I can go, that guy's all right if he can throw a ball.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I have no. So it's actually what I do. I'm wearing a pasta shirt today. It's what I do with Tuca too. I just judge it on how guys talk about them.
Yeah.
And it's very like when Tuca came back the other day, Pasta scored a hat trick, sat down in his press conference and said, all I want to do is talk about Tuca Rask.
Yeah.
Because I told him I was so happy to have him back. I told him I was going to get a hat trick for him. He makes me better in practice. This is what he brings to this team. And people will give stock answers like, he's a good guy. I like him.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. But then
They go out of their way to
what
talk about him.
sold me on having Mac Jones was Matthew Slater after this game, where Slater was like, he was asked about his future. And he said, look, we all know I'm closer to the end of my career than I am to the beginning. I don't know what it's going to be. Well, I'll have to think on it. I'll get back to you on that. And then he went on to say, But I will tell you what, I am excited to be around this organization. I am excited to come to games on Sundays with my kids and watch that kid Mac Jones in there because he's the real. So like when you go out of your way to say that, that's the quarterback. When you have the locker room, when you have the respect of Matthew Slater, you're the quarterback.
Yeah, but you got to be good too.
But Matthew Slater wouldn't say that if he's not good.
Well,
so
like
that's.
I think there's a difference between like the attitude you bring and if you've got the goods.
I think you wouldn't say that unless you have both. When he's like, I will be here in 10 years with my kids watching that kid play quarterback. So when people in the room talk about that, I'm sold. So we have the quarterback, have the coaches, have the organization. We'll be all right. We're not at step 1. We're not at block 0. We're like step 4.
I think that you will look back on this and this will be like the beginning of the true end. And that's what I was trying to say is that like Brady leaving is the real like end, if you will. But you still have Belichick and still have a lot of things in place. But I think a game like that is one of those like
we definitely got lucky. We got a little big for our britches mid-season. Went on a run that we didn't really played teams that we thought were better than they ended up being. We beat the Browns were good when we put a fucking hurting on them.
I think like a 70-year-old Belichick and a lot on Mac Jones it's going to be that this was Dave's argument that I didn't understand. Bringing it back to 2010 when you had both Brady and Belichick in their prime, when people were saying you're done, but I think there was much more in place than there is now.
For sure.
And so,
yeah,
like,
I mean, you had Brady fucking
back,
throw for 10,000 yards.
Right. And I also think that when
Randy Moss on that team.
When it last happened, yeah. When it last happened, you weren't the Patriots of now, where like the last 3 Super Bowls and the last 5, 6, whatever years cemented them as like the absolute greatest of all time. No debate, no more argument, no more nothing. And that as a fan base, that there's so many bandwagon fans, there's so many fans who are just there. And there are going to be so many fans who realize, like from that game last night, being like, oh, I don't like football when it's like this. You know what I mean? So that's a franchise shifting, fan base shifting type of loss. If there's more of that type of shit in the future, where it's like, oh, being a Patriots fan is not what it was the last like pretty much decade.
Sure, we'll lose a lot.
And that I don't think anybody nobody has really experienced embarrassment as a Patriots fan.
No, but
in a long time.
There was embarrassment during that game. Like that hurt to watch because it was like there's just nothing we can do. Like we're just outmatched, outclassed, outcoached. We're getting out of
hasn't happened.
But also that feeling doesn't linger for me. Like I'm like, all right, next year we'll get back in the lab. Like I'm not like blow it up. What can we like? This franchise is a joke. It's not like
I mean
that game sucked.
When was the last time you were embarrassed as a Patriots fan? As a game, like every time you lost, it was always like you were upset, but they were still supposed to win. And it was an aberration, it was a mistake or whatever, but it was like, fuck, we were right there. To just be like,
the Eagles won. Eagles Super Bowl hurt. That was one. Brady the ball in his hands, game on the line. But like,
but that's what I mean. You were still like right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's never been a Patriots game.
No.
Dave had to go all the way back to 2010 to find like the last time they got beaten handily in the playoffs to make that argument, because it was the Ravens game, and I don't even think that compares to like what happened with this game.
Yeah.
Like historic beatdowns.
But this isn't. It's a bad beatdown. But I don't think it's like the franchise is over beatdown. I think it's like a.
I think the franchise is not over. But yes, I think it's like my point really was for the last probably decade. If you asked like any fan in the league, would you rather be this or a Patriots fan? Like everyone with a brain is taking the Patriots, and now that's gone. If you told me you wanted to be a Bills fan, you want to be a Chiefs fan, you want to be a Bengals fan, even you want to be even a Chiefs fan, even that was kind of contending. I'm saying now that you could make the argument like I'd rather ride with Joe Burrow and his boys. I'd rather ride with like Justin Herbert and his guys. I'd rather ride with the Bills with Josh Allen. There's a few teams that historically you'd be like you'd rather pick those guys over the Patriots, and I think that's coming to
I don't think that's
now.
crazy to that would be fair. I don't think like someone from New England's like I wish I was a Bengals fan, but I think that someone from Cincinnati isn't looking with lust in their eyes.
Like anymore. that's the thing is it's no longer like you want to be a Patriots fan. And that's a big shift for like the fan base where it's like you've been those fans forever, where it's like you can talk shit, you can say what you want, but at the end of the day, you wish you were me.
Yeah,
and that's gone.
Yeah, probably.
You're back into like the regular.
I think
pool.
regions, but it's not like we don't want to be fans of another team either. So we have less people who want to come, but I'm not looking. I'm not like fuck.
For
I
one
wish I
game.
was like them.
Yeah, but I mean, I think there's a greater chance of more of that than you're like right back in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of good teams
work
right
to
now.
do. Yeah.
It's not. I don't even think the problem. The work will be fine. The Patriots will be good.
And
I think the
Josh
issue
Allen
is
in
that
the
there's
division, like
Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. I think there's a lot of other good teams.
Right.
Now. Patrick
Right.
Mahomes in the AFC. I
That's-
think that's the bigger hurdle to get over than like the Patriots putting
It's like you're
together.
just back down to earth, where it is almost back to 2010, where it's like I remember in 2010 it was like the Yankees, where I was like, oh, you can set your watch to the Patriots losing the playoffs. I was always like, I don't want to win the Super Bowl, but then like, oh, they'll lose in the playoffs. They always do. That vibe of like, yeah, they're good, but like they're not it, is I think where we're headed, and that's the shift of like, a lot of fans I don't think are going to be prepared for that. A lot of fans haven't lived that ever.
Yeah, but who cares? Like I don't care. Like what fans? Like they're like some fans stop being fans. That's okay. That's what happens
Yeah.
when teams come back to earth.
Well, that's what I mean.
That's why I never get mad about
that's where-
bandwagon fans either. Like, yeah, if it's the hot ticket in town, people like it.
But
They
it's
don't-
but as an outsider, the amount of fans that I've encountered that I know are like that, like the amount of girls, the amount of guys who don't watch but they like Brady and and it's just like, I know that you really actually don't care deep down. You have jumped on this and you have made it part of like who you are, but now that's gone and it's going away, and I'm going to relish you being like, oh wait.
But I think that
I don't
person
wanna
just
go to
walks
this-
away then.
Huh?
I guess you're talking about people you follow on Twitter. I think that person is just like, all right, I don't care anymore, whatever.
That's what I mean, though. I think there are so many people who would like, it's who they are. I think there are so many people in New
He's going to
England.
crumble identities.
Yes, I think that there are so many people in New England who just lost a huge piece of their personality. Genuinely, I genuinely think that. I think that
disagree
it's
with
such
that.
a community of like, did you see Tom this weekend? And it's like, like it's just who they are. It's who you talk about, what you like. It's when you meet somebody, it's what you say that you do.
But that's
and
what you
like
do with the
and-
Jets. That's what like people do.
No,
with the
you
Mets.
don't.
You
don't run around
I
like-
think that's what you do with sports. That's what
Yeah.
sports fans do. You see the game last night? Like, that's
Yes,
gonna happen.
but it's become a thing. I think like couples have, like families have been made because of the Patriots. Like things that
But that's
that
any sport.
transcends.
That's any team.
Not like the Patriots. I think the Patriots have done it longer.
They've done it successfely, but like there
every
are
other
fucking
fan
people who
base
get
knows-
married in Bengals jerseys at a White Castle.
Yeah,
Like,
but they've also known, like, those are the real diehards. They're fucking the weirdos because they've been doing that, losing all the time. There's a whole crew of people who have met and fell in love and had kids and raised them this way and go to the bars and the parties and watch and and when it's all gone, they're gonna be like, I've never experienced anything other than this, and I don't even like it, and I don't even know what there is anymore.
I think they'll probably just stop watching football.
Yeah, and then what? You know what I mean? Like, then what else do
They
you have?
probably have other interests.
I'm telling you, that's my point.
I think you're putting a little much on the Patriots.
I don't think I am.
I think
As an
the Patriots
outsider,
were hugely- as an insider.
like when if this happened, well, like we used to say this about Dave on the rundown. It was like, if this happened earlier, like Dave is now gone on to this other level.
Right.
But like if the Patriots were somehow out of it, like Dave's entire existence on the internet would have been like blown up. You know what I mean?
It
And I
would-
think that translates.
But
into
Dave, like I think it
people's
would have always
lives.
been something. Dave would have found something else, and I think that's what people do.
And that's what I mean. Like, you're gonna have to find something else in your life.
Yeah, for sure.
That's,
there will be a
that,
lot of
and
people.
that's what's like so satisfying. It's not even that like the diehard fans are gonna be upset, because I can respect people who are really into it. It's the fans who are gonna be like, wait a minute, this isn't even fun
But the thing
anymore.
with those fans is
They
they don't
just move
fucking
on.
care.
But
you're putting unnecessary stress on yourself to like fight with them, and they're like, oh, I'll just go do something else.
yeah, but that's what I mean. It's been long enough that I don't think they can. I think they will,
yeah.
but like, their Sundays, their winters, their who they are, what they talk about, what they like, who they've tried to be for so long is now gone. And to have to rebuild that and like find something new gives me great joy.
I think it'd be like Bruins.
Yeah, but that's
Bruins are fucking hot
that's
team,
like
baby.
that's what I mean. Like, there can be good teams, but like dynasties are what like breed entire like cultures. You know what I mean? And that being gone is like at least one part of that can now be gone. One, like half of the fan base don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
It's like the Cowboys. You know what I mean? Like the Cowboys from the 90s now, like nobody cares about the Cowboys fans.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
You
That's
expect
what it is.
it. I don't think that'll happen to England. Not yet. I'm sure. I mean, it will happen at some point. I know how
I'm
the world
hoping
works
this is
and
the
time
beginning of
works. But I think they got the quarterback. They got the franchise. I think we'll be okay. I think we got through that okay too. I think some of our worst content is usually combative content, and I don't think we were that combative.
We're
so
there.
I think we did
We're
good.
good.
Did we remember when we argued about Kanye for like 45 minutes with
Yep.
nothing? That stuff. I was like, this is so awkward. This is so awkward. I think we got through okay. I was very nervous going into.
I mean, I could go for 45 more if you want. But. All right, voicemails today are brought to you by Fight Camp. You want to get in shape. You want to do it while working out some stress. You want to throw some hands. You want to reach those fitness goals for 2022. Now's the time. And I feel like when you set your resolution and you're like, I'm going to eat well and lose weight, and it's like, because you're going to run and do like cardio and all that kind of shit, lift. It's like nobody wants to do that. But people want to beat the shit out of something. People love their MMA. People love their wrestling. People want to get frustration out. You learn to box. You learn to kickbox. And you feel like you're actually doing something rather than like the feeling of just I'm trying to be not fat is not very motivating. It's
No.
like, I just don't want to be fat, but I just want to be there.
hitting stuff. I
have-
can't recommend hitting stuff highly enough. It is-
Violence is the answer.
Violence is so much fun. It's so much fun.
It's like there's a reason why we watch like the fucking action movies and we love MMA and we love wrestling and we love fights and the fight game and prize fighting and all that shit, knockouts and all that because you're throwing, you're kicking, you're fighting, you're getting the aggression out.
Kicking is crazy.
They've got
hard.
thousands of
Kicking's
classes.
so
Kicking is so hard to do.
Dude.
Kicking is like start with the punching
Dude,
because you're gonna end
start
up
with punching.
Yeah,
Kicking is so hard.
you'll end up
Bro.
in the hospital trying to kick.
See, I'm gonna try and send a kick right now.
When people think that they can do a kick like kick someone in the face, yeah, fucking right, dude.
Bro,
You're not getting above somebody's waist. You're gonna tear your fucking hamstring doing this.
Yeah, dude, that's it.
That was even worse than I thought.
I thought I was gonna be up.
How about when like Jean-Claude Van Damme? How about when they do that slow thing when they can just slowly
Oh yeah.
put their leg
Dude,
up? That's fucking insane.
I was.
Let's see how fucking high you can get your leg.
We rolling over there on anything?
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like nobody has a camera up.
No, she got a shot of it right now.
Oh, gotcha.
Ready?
Oh, you're covered in glitter.
I know. Watch the show go.
That's pretty good.
And that like hurt.
That's
I think
hot.
I made a spasm, and if I went any higher, they'd be falling over.
I can't get my arm,
Can't even
my
get
leg
above your
up.
waist.
Well, I used to be.
I was gonna say Nick's gonna kick me in the face.
That's what
Circus boy over here. How high can you go?
I used.
Oh, you're gonna do like a fast kick and you're gonna touch your hand? No. Whoa!
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt.
I'm gonna try to do that one fast. You went like above his head.
I could get almost above my waist. Whoa! What?
That was cool though.
Hang on. Pretty good.
You brought it down like half. You did get above your waist on that one. I brought mine down a little bit.
Yeah.
I got tingles all through my leg right now. Oh man. So start with the like we said. Start with the punches. No need to do the kicks. Thousands of classes, tons of quick workouts. There's all different paths you can take to reach your goals. It's a full body workout. They have tons of data. Fight Camp's going to feed you real-time data about you and your body and your workouts to get to your level and your desired dream. They also have family workouts for you and your loved ones to all get involved in the mix. And right now you can go. I mean, I'm tired from just doing that. Go to joinfightcamp.com/KFC. And right now, if you purchase this month, you'll get an additional pair of gloves along with their holiday deal that's going on right now. It's joinfightcamp.com/KFC. Get their holiday deals and get an additional pair of gloves for free.
Real quick, before we get into voicemails, I do want to talk about the gambling house real quick. It is a fucking nightmare. Okay, it's weird because since it's Barstool Sports Park now. It is more. It used to be Barstool Sports. Now it's Barstool Sports Park.
I thought this was Barstool Sports Park.
And so,
That
like,
is great.
there is like this.
You do any non-gambling content? I thought this was Barstool Sports Book, bro.
It is like you're walking into the cool kids' lair.
Yeah,
Despite
yeah.
what the fucking
It's
image
not-
looks
I mean,
like when
yeah.
you're looking at it, but it's like, okay, this is like
This is it. This is what we do now. This is our offering.
I've been invited to hang out with the cool kids.
Yeah.
And it's a nightmare. It is the most uncomfortable couch you'll ever sit on in your fucking life. It's crazy.
I don't think I've ever sat on the couch.
It's unbelievable.
I've only been in like an individual chair, I think.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is just fucking. It is torture. I was getting up. I almost watched the second half like Larry Bird, like just fucking laying on my stomach on the fucking floor,
towel over your shoulder, just laying on the ground.
Nuts. But then all there is to eat is fucking delicious,
I know.
awful food. So I'm smashing pizzas, fucking SPKs, fucking peanut butter, peanut M&Ms, fucking Starburst had a million stars, right?
All that mixed up.
It is a nightmare.
Your back and your acid reflux just through the fucking roof.
I don't know if the candy Tums now, the harder ones, you kind of got to soak in your mouth for a bit before you eat them. I woke up at 3 a.m. Saturday night. I ate so much fucking candy I got drunk. And I woke up Saturday night and I was fucking 3 a.m. I wake up, don't even remember it, right? In a haze. Grabbed 3 of the fucking hard shelled Tums, which if you know about them, that's fucking a lot of candy in my mouth. And I put it in my mouth. I fell back asleep before I fucking ate them. So at 6 a.m., I woke up, which is good because I could have died.
I was going to say, you choked.
I woke up and I wish I had a camera on me because I bet I looked like the happiest little kid because those Tums are good.
Chewing?
I was like,
I got something in there already.
Went to bed.
I knew a kid who fell asleep with Sour Patch Kids, like chewed into his teeth. I mean, that's like you wake up in the morning and for 12 hours that's been eating through the enamel in your teeth.
Rookie ball. That's a regular happenstance at the Feitelberg household. And but so I woke up I joke, but I had one non-alcoholic beer that night. Someone might have put something in one of my drinks. I'm just saying.
Got roofied.
Bro, I woke up, my clothes were strewn about my apartment. I was like, what the fuck?
No, it's the food, dude.
happened?
You got food
Like,
drunk.
I got fucking food
got snack
shit
drunk.
face, which is old. That's some old person shit. But the worst thing, and then I had fun, all that stuff, obviously, aside from the ass kicking. The worst thing about the gambling house, and I'm sure it's different for like people, once you do a stream, I put a lot of money in the Patriots. Put a lot of money in the New England Patriots. Like, I put like 15 units on the New England Patriots.
Yikes.
Not quite a month's rent, but pretty close.
Yeah.
And when you wake up and you realized I just paid my boss a couple of grand to work,
that's not a good
fucking
feeling.
sucks, dude.
Not a good feeling.
Like,
Bro, Dan put 10 on the
it
fucking Cowboys.
You walk out of there, you're like, I just fucking paid a good amount of money
to work.
to my company to work.
To the book.
And like, that's not awesome.
Bro, Dan had
I can
$10,000 on the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl. That means like the next several weeks for him just ruined. Like every single week of the playoffs is now ruined.
Not even like, yeah. No, so that's
the greatest racket in the world. The book.
So that was the Barstool Sports book.
All right, voicemails. What we got? Let's do it, Pabs.
What's up, Nippleheads? Mike here from St. Louis.
Nippleheads.
A few things.
Brawny
Funny
man
how the
over
world
here.
works and the stars align sometimes. So hopefully we can get this out. So I've been watching Squid Game recently, and I had this fucking crazy ass dream last night that you guys were running some Squid Game operation at your live show, and when people lost, Feits, you were just lighting people up with a flamethrower, just straight up dragon fire style. And Kevin, of course, maniacally laughing at those fucking losers for dying, because I mean, you fucking roll the dice, you fucking play the game, baby. And so it had me thinking. And of course, everybody loved it. Everybody in the stands was just going nuts for it. So it had me thinking, if you guys could run some sort of Squid Game operation and get away with killing people, what would you do? How would you do it? How would you fucking
First
fuck
of all,
these
let me just
idiots
say,
up?
I have so much to say.
So so then I wake up
exaggeration.
and I got this email from my boss saying my work trip was canceled which was over your guys' trip to Nashville. So definitely just bought tickets to that.
Let's go.
So hopefully we can get some Squid Game
I'm gonna
operation.
set this guy on fire.
Fucking fuck some people up, kill some people in Nashville, baby. And also Jackie, you are the best, and whenever you're ready to run these streets and your life of crime to begin, I'll be your bodyguard / bottom bitch, baby.
Whoa!
Let's do it. Let's get it going. Queen Pin Jackie, all the way.
A little love connection.
First of all, get tickets to Nashville.
Nashville
There are not many
on
left at
sale
all.
April 22nd, Thursday night for the Nashville Comedy Festival. There's a few left. Also for the Boston show, second show at the Wilbur is probably about like 3/4 full. So that's in March. So get your tickets now. Don't sleep. You can get all the links on our social media and KFC Radio and all that.
What I respect about that gentleman there is something that other people might not respect. I respect him talking while walking.
It's so hard.
It's impossible.
And
it's
when
impossible.
And people don't realize it. If me and you were just walking and talking, I don't know if you'd pick up on it. When you're filming on an iPhone, it's like you run out of breath.
So hard to walk
walking and talking, and because the normals out there are not gonna understand. We film ourselves a lot, and I'll often do it like, all right, I'm walking to the car, let me do this ad read, and I can't. I run out of breath because my body is too busy walking. My lungs are too busy working to keep my fucking body going. We can't also be giving a speech or an ad or telling a joke or telling a story or whatever. You're on the phone, walking around.
Dude, you ever talk on like it's more impressive than running a marathon, like talking on the phone and walking up a flight of stairs.
It's
the lung capacity
stairs?
you must have to do something like that is fucking bananas.
And he looked like he was in shape, big brawny man. He was running out of gas at the end. You gotta catch your breath and gotta stop. There are times where I'll get out like my sentence, and then like it's your turn to talk, and I'm on the phone, and I put my phone like up, and I'm like, like get the oxygen in. We gotta ventilate this fucking thing, and then I come back.
Hands on the hips, no hands on the hips, hands up. Open the lungs, open the lungs.
It is so hard to do. I'm so happy that you caught that too. Most people probably don't realize it, but the iPhone, also just like sitting. If you're sitting and you're holding the phone and you're filming something, the iPhone catches every breath. You're just sitting there breathing normal, and then you listen to it back, and it's like, you sound like fucking Darth Vader on the iPhone. Can we fix that, Steve? Can you get like a air filter on there or some shit? Anyway. Lighting people on fire at a live show sounds like a good time.
Yeah, there are very few places, like rooms you can go in, people be like, hell yeah, let's die.
Burn them down to the ground.
KFC Radio Live Show, you probably
That'd be one of them. That'd be one of them.
More.
You know what I've always wanted to do?
More than we care for.
The
Come on,
flamethrower.
guys. We need you to listen to the show. Please
Yeah, we
don't die.
can't actually be dead. We need someone to keep the show going so we can make these jokes about fucking being dead. The flamethrower is a very Grand Theft Auto type thing. I always wanted to throw the stick of napalm. You know, in Grand Theft Auto, you have like that napalm. It gets you like automatic 5 stars.
Yeah.
It has like a ring of fire that just eats everything around it. I think what would be better is if we did a KFC Radio live show in like, we would need to go somewhere like into like Chelsea Piers. We need like a big fucking space, okay? And the whole thing, it's almost like maybe like Jerry's World. Okay? We're doing a live show down in Dallas. We're at Cowboys Stadium. We'll be in the middle. We'll be up on the big screen. Speakers are set. And you have to kind of be in constant motion.
Mega church.
What?
We're running a mega church?
Yeah, like a mega church. But there's proximity mines. So every now and then, boom, someone's blowing up and dead. And you got to just keep moving, and we'll do our show, but we'll also be like, oh, like section 335, that guy's fucking dead. And so proximity mines are always a nice little surprise for you.
Proximity mines, how many would they take out? What's the proximity mine?
Probably depends on how many people are around it. I mean, in GoldenEye, you walk by it, it usually just blows up like the one person.
That's what I'm saying. Like, was that a video game or is that very realistic?
I would imagine a mine exploding can fuck up anybody in there. But,
yeah, it's probably got a pretty broad.
But I'm thinking, why don't we sell, if we sold, let's say we do like, we could do like 5,000 tickets in a 100,000 person stadium, and you got to just like kind of keep it constantly moving. You probably got good odds of not getting blown up. And so when you do, you'll probably be like by yourself or not very close to people, and you're one of the few that die.
Okay, I was thinking basically the exact opposite.
Okay,
where we're
mass death,
really packed tight.
Okay,
no, and just
shoot people up, almost like the ejection question in ATI. But
no, not shoot people up. Shoot a bullet in the air.
Oh,
and it comes down.
I was thinking ejector seat.
No, everyone's gonna get packed real tight together, and then a bullet goes in the air, and it's like automatic. Like it's because if we hold it, it probably ends up going like 60 miles that way, right?
Yeah, no, it's got to be. It's like a mortar, like a firework.
Very,
just straight
very
up and down.
straight up. Yeah, and like and you can kick it, and it moves like a slight degree here and there, which probably in reality means it moves a
like
lot.
miles.
But it is you flick it.
Imagine
you
a
let it spin
bullet
around, and you.
Imagine a bullet.
It has to be very
just coming
scientific,
down
but
right into your head.
yeah, that. Took,
Oh, you know what we could do? It's like that. Remember that social media thing when you put the phone on the ground filming upwards, and everybody puts their head and you throw an egg up.
Oh
and it
yeah,
lands and
yeah,
hits your head?
yeah, yeah.
We do that, but with like a grenade or something, like something that explodes when it hits you. So you have a little video of just boom, your head explodes. That would be fun, and that we broadcast up on like the jumbotron and like.
And what were
heads
people
explode.
doing to deserve death? Just coming. They were just at the show. It
Yeah,
seems.
probably that. It was probably like row 3 section, CG, it's you.
die.
Flamethrow. Next up.
What's up, KSC Fights, the rest of the KSC gang, first time, long time. So, in lieu of this Drake story, I was thinking about something that I've been thinking about doing. So,
In lieu of, that's
I've been dating my girlfriend for a little bit, and
Honor of.
she's on the pill, and she's not crazy about being on the pill. So, I told her, well, I'd look into getting a vasectomy. Back in college, I dated girls with IUDs. One girl had a hysterectomy, so it was always, nothing inside, no worries.
Gang shit.
You
gotta find that chick who's had urine cancer.
With this Drake story, like, why don't more celebrity dudes like get vasectomies? They're reversible. You know that you're not going to shoot a live load into any of these like,
what? Tell her,
Instagram
call me.
models or anything. So, like, why aren't they doing that? Would you get a vasectomy if you were like that famous, especially if you know like it's reversible? All right, thanks.
What is your face about?
You gotta find that chick that had that uterine cancer. Gang shit, gang. You don't got a uterus.
That's shocking for you
gang.
too.
There was just no reaction.
That was something. That was something. Imagine being like, found my dream girl. Like she's this tall, looks like this, loves these things, great sense of humor, doesn't have a uterus. Perfect girl. Oh my fucking Christ.
She's a survivor, dude. Hey, my chick bad.
Yo, why don't more people just randomly get their fucking cum tube in their dick obliterated? Like, cause that's fucking
I've
crazy.
seriously thought about that. Why not?
Well, the idea, yes, but like celebrities who like probably want to have kids at some point, or like would want to continue their like, hey, I want to give my awesome genes to another generation. I think they probably
Get
are
over
down
yourself,
with
Drake.
that. The greatest myth in the world is that like the vasectomy is reversible. Like, yeah, bingo, bango, bongo, just no problem. Turn it on, turn
Thanks,
it off.
Michael
Open the
Scott,
cum,
for
turn
that
it
one.
off. It's
Open
not.
the-
It's not like
What
that
if
at
I
all.
just fucking went, ah!
Right on the knuckle. Yeah. That's. I wouldn't judge you if you cried. If you want to shed tears, I will not judge you. Yeah, go ahead. Let it out, bro. Let it out.
It hurts the most right here.
You know what that is? That's fucking Reiki and shit. You hurt your ankle, your head
It hurts right here. Feels like someone's
Yeah.
drilling a hole in my head.
Yeah, if I had Reiki powers, I would like rub your head and your ankle would feel
Oh my god, that was bad. Anyway,
That's what you get for
I'd
being
ask the guy
cocky.
if he could put a faucet on my taint. Like, like don't like a little fucking gas, like a gas nozzle. You know,
better. So
like,
I could turn it on and off.
Turn it on and off.
Yeah. Like you need like.
why don't they invent that?
No, you know what you need is almost like the train switches. The
Yeah,
train track
yeah,
switch,
yeah.
You're going this way, you're going that way. The cum's going like back into your butt or is going out
Yeah,
of the
put the
tube.
cum in my butt.
Yeah. We need a little redirection where you come and it's just it's a closed circuit.
The cum goes
right back in your butt. But when you want to get somebody pregnant, you open it up and the cum goes out of your dick. Put the cum in
I'd
my
have
butt.
that shit off. I'd have that shit off 99% of the time.
Yeah.
But like,
But when I want it,
yeah, dude, that's fucking.
Put the cum in my butt.
Put the cum in my butt, bro.
That's a great.
Why?
Yeah.
Why doesn't that exist? That seems like so easy. Like,
I feel like you got to get the cum out. When you come, you got to get the cum out. I feel like
but fuck it. There's gotta be
poison.
another-
It's poison in there, bro. You just have a bunch of cum building up in your butt, dude. That's gonna.
What
be,
if we put a vein?
You're gonna get colon cancer from too much cum in your butt.
What if I put a? What if I put a vein? How about this? We fucking add a vein.
We almost need a tube going out.
There's the vein, yeah, that's
So
what I
my
mean.
dick is in you, but I come
I
outside
come
of you.
right here. I come down my own leg.
Yes, come on my leg.
This makes so much sense.
We need a little like.
Because then, like,
You know,
because then, right?
you need a
if you're
dick
doing
tracheotomy. You need a tracheotomy. You put the
Yeah.
hole in your neck. You poke a hole in there, and then before it can come out of your dick into the vagina, into the uterus, into the pussy, it just goes
Oh,
out.
why isn't some? Why are we leading science? Where's science? Where are you fucking?
It's like doming. It's like where were you guys on this one? It's almost like
because then
when
even if you have the vein, right? Like someone wants a facial, You can still fucking jerk that off too. I'll fucking hold it like my fucking right. Here's my dick. Boom. There's my vein. You can catch a facial, no problem.
Oh,
But I'm not
yeah. You want to be able to put it in.
I'm
or
not
out.
coming up
Yeah.
in that hooch.
That baby maker.
Yeah.
So I can spray it wherever you want, but I also can spray it wherever you don't want.
Fucking
Give me the option.
Yeah.
It's like taking a
I
bomb.
think
It's like in Batman, the last Batman, where he flew that bomb out to sea. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta fly the cum out to sea. You gotta get it out.
The sea of my butt.
Christ, we're so smart. Last voicemail is brought to you by Napjitsu. You want to talk about smart ideas? You want to talk about brilliant ideas? How about a little Napjitsu? Are you one of those people who find yourself tired? Yeah, we call that being an adult. We call that having a real job and a life. And then you have kids and shit. Yeah, I'm fucking tired all the time. And what do? You drink coffee or you do hour energies. You do these other things that are bad for you. They build you up and they crash you down. It's like being addicted to a drug that you can't keep up with. Then along comes Napjitsu. Using natural supplements by people who are tired, by people who are busy. They know what you need to be awake and alive and how to sustain that throughout your whole afternoon and evening so that you don't crash and you don't run out of energy. It's like a nap, but like a ninja nap. Napjitsu gives you that same energy as if you took a long nap, but all it is natural supplements working with the chemistry and the chakras and the reikis within your body so that you can, boom, get going. They're small. You can keep it with you on the go. Little patent pending formulas that have ingredients like vitamin B and guarana and ginseng and ginkgo biloba. I don't know about that one, but that's the only other thing that I know. Ginkgo biloba. So your brain, that gives you good brain energy. Gives you good memory.
Is there fucking tagline karate chop sleep? Because it should be.
Should be. They're
Napjitsu.
Karate chop sleep. No, their thing is rest up and level up with Napjitsu. Karate chop sleep.
Karate chop sleep.
Do that. You can combine the two.
Yeah.
Karate chop sleep today with Napjitsu. Go to Napjitsu, NAPJITSU.com/KFC. Also, karate chop KFC, you know? And you get 30% off your first purchase. That's Napjitsu.com/KFC. 30% off your first purchase. Last one. What do we got?
What's up, guys? I
Josh?
was watching the news.
Gonna kick my ass tonight.
And I
real.
noticed that a lot of these award shows have been getting canceled or postponed, or they're just gonna do it on like a live stream or some bullshit like that. And I've always hated the fucking award shows. I've hated the Oscars, Grammys, Emmys, whatever, because I just feel like they're not voted on by real people. So then I thought, like, oh, who would be the best at like an impartial, like real award show? And then I thought of you guys and the guys at Barstool. So
This is the one.
I guess my question is, if you guys were to host an award show that encompasses all of the media, you know, like if you guys were to do like a TV, movie, music award show, what are some awards you would give out? Who do you think the big winners would be? Like for example, like I think of the show Veep and how it wins every year, and I've never met anybody in my life
you're dead wrong on
that's
that one.
ever watched the show Veep.
Very, very wrong
or
on that one.
like bragged about it or said how funny it was.
Must be a new listener to the podcast.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it
Always Sunny Guys, so-
extensively.
No, it's one of the funny shows.
that might get a couple wins.
I'm watching it currently.
So yeah,
That's crazy.
if you guys were to
This
host an
guy
award
is
show,
just so
who
excited
would
for this
win?
idea.
What would you have?
Motherfucker needs Napjitsu. Get your energy up. This is a great idea. We're going to do this. I'm going to commit to this. It will be everything from music and movies and TV, but also the internet, stand-up comedy, podcasts, all sorts of vlogs, short video series, everything in media that we consume. Also just things like there should be an award right now. Kind of like I said, Shane Gillis should have won like Comedian of the Year. But there
Which he did. I don't know
Yeah,
who
he
won
did.
it
Right,
from.
but like from
Oh, he won comedy special. Yeah, I think Nate Bargatze won comedian.
Comedy of the Year, yeah. So we'll do that. It'll be more important than whoever gave that out. But there also needs to be just like Dude of the Year, and that would be Pete Davidson. You know, he's like, he's not really even doing anything, but he's just everywhere and
Did
fucking
you see
people doing big things.
The
You
tweet
know?
that says celebrity is so awesome because a couple of years ago Pete Davidson was just a guy doing open mics in New York City, and now Kanye West hates him.
Yes, and it's not even like his comedy blew up or any of that shit, but it's just like, you know, you get the job at SNL, you do a couple stand-up special things, and then next thing you know, you're fucking people, and now you're like the man, you're famous. So we're gonna do it. Veep would be a big winner. Always Sunny would finally get its due. Always Sunny is kind of the one though that like
Mythic Quest. I think Mythic Quest is so great.
Who would we give out awards to that like traditional critics would not though? That's the thing. You know? Like who wins the Oscar?
You know what I started last night? I only did one episode, Vigil, on Peacock. I
don't even know that.
It's a BBC show. BBC fucking.
Always.
It's
good.
got fucking what's her tits? You know nothing about Jon Snow. She's not the star of it. It's got Stannis Baratheon. A lot of Game of Thrones leftovers.
Cool.
It's like there's a dead person on a submarine, the USS Vigil. No, not USS because it's British.
I'm in.
And but it happened in. It's a submarine that like can't stop. I guess I don't know how realistic this is. Maybe I don't know how the British work. But it is basically like it's an anti-nuke submarine. So like it's always ready to fire nukes. It's kind of like one of those like weapons of mass, not weapons, mutually assured destruction type deals. And it's always out there, so it can't come into port. But it happened in British waters, so therefore it has to have a British police officer investigate it. So they fly out on a chopper, some British detective, and she's on the ship for like. There and like the government is like, you have 3 days because like we're not dealing with this bullshit. It's a dead body. Figure it out and fucking. Whoa. And the first episode was pretty good. I liked it. So I'm in.
Yeah, like we would. I can't think of something recent, but like Saving Silverman. You know what I mean? Like Saving Silverman would win like a Lifetime Achievement Award. Meanwhile, it's got like 2% tomatoes.
Oh, I can think of things recent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
what?
Eddie Gerard Butler movie.
You'll have your own category. There will be a Feitelberg of the year.
Bro, that will be like that's one of the hottest movies of the year.
The Feitelberg of the year will be a big one that we give out.
Yeah.
Let's set a date far in advance so we don't have to do this anytime soon, but we'll commit to it.
This is up to you guys. You guys do this because you guys make us do things.
Like June 1st or something.
If I'll tell you what, you guys got to get credit for this because if this was probably even so far as last year, this never gets done.
Yeah,
but you guys will hold us to it.
June 1st.
You guys will hold us accountable.
June 1st.
It's like we'll hold you accountable. We won't even do that. Never mind. Yes, we will. Put your beans in
your socks.
June 1st is a Wednesday. Do we want a Wednesday? This seems like a Saturday, Sunday type thing.
Yeah, it does.
All right, so first Wednesday in June. First Saturday in June.
First Saturday in June.
Done. We're doing the award show finally.
Lock it in.
All right, time for our interview now with Brian Simpson. Great fucking interview. Even better ATI. Go listen to all of it. It's brought to you by Helix Sleep. If you are tired, like we talked about it in our last ad read, it's probably because you don't get a good night's sleep. Probably because your bed sucks. If you get a high quality mattress like Helix Sleep, you will feel better because you will sleep better. You sleep soundly. You wake up more refreshed. You're a happier person. You're a better employee. You're a better partner and lover and parent. And then you go to sleep happy because you're like, oh, I'm a good person now. And then you get good sleep and you have good dreams. And next thing you know, you're like fucking, Pete Davidson. You're happy and fucking people and living your life and it's amazing. All because of your mattress. It's like, people say like make your bed every day. No, you don't have to make your bed every day. Make sure your bed is great. Helix knows exactly what bed will fit for you because you take a quick 2-minute test about how you sleep and what your habits are and do you snore and sleep on your back, each side, and do you move and do you this and that. And then like, here's the perfect mattress for you. Perfect size, perfect firmness, perfect materials. And next thing you know, you're sleeping on a bed that is custom made for you. You can try it out for 100 nights. 100 nights. How many months is that, John?
3.
3 and change. 3 months, 10 days, risk-free. And if you don't like it, they'll pick it back up for you. You can also finance it if you don't have the money up front right now. And it can start changing your life today. Also, you're going to get $200 off plus free pillows when you go to helixsleep.com/KFC. That's HELIX sleep.com/KFC. Get $200 off any mattress plus 2 free pillows and change your life today. It's Brian Simpson on KFC Radio. Let's talk to him. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing all right. Yeah. Which one of you smarter?
Smarter? Probably him.
Okay.
Welcome.
Probably me.
Somebody was like, so you familiar with the show? And I was like, no. And they were like, okay, well, they're basically just idiots.
Who said that? You know who said that?
The girl that
Jordan?
Yeah. And I was like, well, are they really idiots or is it just character? And she was like, well, it's both.
Yeah, it's an accurate description, I guess.
That's some bullshit.
Not the one I choose to have our people give out.
I don't know if I want to that to be the fucking thing that
No, it's you know what it is. It's
Booker
called.
is telling our guests.
No, it's an ultra crepidarian is what they call it.
Yeah, no. Well, we're dumber than
You're
that.
smarter than us.
It's somebody that speaks a lot on shit that they don't know nothing about.
Yeah, we probably do that.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we do
Going
that.
backwards here.
Yeah, other way.
I think we're pretty like, I don't know what the fuck that's about.
Yeah, I will talk on any topic, but I will also tell you like, well, I don't know what I'm saying here.
Oh yeah, that's
Which I
important.
think we could use a lot more.
That's
Good?
what I think every comic is like that. It's like-
Yeah.
Because that's really the sign of intelligence.
Yes.
It's like,
To be able to, I think being able to say what you don't know
right.
is like, too many people in this world now try to act like they're an expert for fucking everything, you know? And I think saying like, I don't really know yet. You know?
Everybody gotta have a fucking take. You know?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have a fucking take, and then but you're also everyone's like a little mini politician.
Yes. Well, that's what happened.
Have we started yet?
Yeah.
Oh,
rolling.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's like a little mini politician, you know. So it's like you have to manage your public image the way that like the average person didn't used to have to do.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I'll make one joke or give a take about something that, let's say, leans right, you know, and then I come back and I say something that leans left, and they're like, well, wait a minute, but you said this thing that made you look this way.
It's like
and you can't be this, you know, I'm like, yeah, I'm both of those things.
It's like I'm not on your side.
Yeah, I'm not on
just-
anybody's side.
I'm just
on my
saying
own
stuff
fucking
that's
side,
funny.
and that's it.
Yeah, I get that a lot, man. People are like, I can't believe, you were shooting guns. You said, it's just like, yeah, motherfucker, because I like it.
They were paying me to.
I mean, to me, yeah, it's like I'm not always the exact same way at all fucking times. Sometimes,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
you know.
It's like I want abortions and I want guns. You know what I'm saying? If it was up to me, there'd be like an abortion gun, and I would just like, who needs one? You know what I mean?
You go to the gun range and help out some teenage girls.
Nah,
who
just
wanna-
walking down the street, yo. Who missed their period? You know, lady off.
We're creeping up on 100,000 subscribers. It's all I've ever wanted for like the last decade is to get to 6 figures. So just fucking do it.
Subscribe.
I'm
Just
getting so
subscribe.
sick of being the amount. I see all these other people getting 100,000 subscribers and they're getting their plaques and they're not even close to the level of KFC Radio. They're not Barstool people. They're just like, they just get 100,000 people somehow and we can't. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for me. It's embarrassing for him. It's embarrassing for you. So click the fucking button. And even if you don't use YouTube, you just have a Gmail account. You just sign in and fucking click subscribe.